Alright, let's do this. Oh, yeah, that's right. Alright. Let's see how many people joined today for the ranking. Everyone. Oh. Nice. Alright. Should be good. Alright. What is up, Axel? What's up, Ducky? What's up, OB? Welcome. What's up, Juicy? I won't be able to hear you, but sup? That's all good. Finn Jones, what's up? I love how you explained the sketch. I will. This is this. I was asleep when the stream was on. So I didn't see much. That's all good. Nice AIGs added. Yes, we got AIGs. Yeah. I guess we're ready to start watching them, shall we? I mean, I'm probably gonna start with. I did add one of the Null Pass series ones that some people wanted me to watch, but I think I'm gonna start with this one. What's up, Ted? Welcome, bro. I think I'm gonna start with this one because this one's like an hour long. Wait, let me see. 28 minutes, 54 minutes. Yeah. What's up, Sam? Welcome, Sam. Welcome. Alright. We got a dry fruits one. We got that. We got a parallax one. We got a one chef. We put all the people here, okay? We got parallax Finn. More Starfork. We got dry fruits. We put everyone we know here, you know? You gotta include everyone. Looking for... No, that's all good. That's all good, Finn Jones. You don't have to worry about that. Alright. Let's start with this one, guys. Like, I'm actually excited because I actually been wanting to watch this, so yeah, let's do it. OB, I'm gonna be real. I'm not gonna watch every single null path today because I've got a bunch of others. I don't want to. I only put the first one, I believe, the first part. So yeah. Alright.
On January 7th, 2024, a strange video surfaced online. It's entitled Weird Minecraft Bugs, Bug Report Number 1. The clip was uploaded to a mysterious channel called The Decayed. At first, things appear normal. We're watching Minecraft gameplay of a user named SandyCarps8. He's on a multiplayer server with a friend named Cargo Ships. They discuss a recent adventure.
Did you see when that spider dropped from the ceiling and almost killed me? Lol, yeah, that was pretty funny. We didn't really get too much stuff though.
The players walk through the forest and reach their house, deciding that
up?
they need to go mining to get better equipment. In the basement, they drop off their wood in the storage room. Next, they head towards the mine. Cargo suggests going to Y=11 to strip mine, and the two work together to dig their tunnel deeper. After about a minute, their progress is halted when they tunnel into lava. Sandy suggests they come back later, and they return to the house. Then, something odd happens. Sandy and Cargo suddenly find themselves back in the forest. Initially, it seems like the video is looped, but Sandy's chats indicate that he has noticed it too.
What? Why am I back here?
Cargo's response is
rather
rather
it's in a
odd.
time loop.
Lol, yeah, that was pretty funny.
Uh-oh.
We didn't really get too much stuff though.
Cargo doesn't address Sandy at all. It's almost as if he's talking to someone that doesn't exist. and we realize that Cargo is repeating his messages from earlier in the video. Sandy asks if
Also,
Cargo
I'll
can
be
hear
eating
him, but there's
food
no
in the
reply.
background
He
because I haven't
watches
had
Cargo
breakfast.
follows the same path
So,
from before, depositing his items in the chest and
yeah.
heading into the mine. All the while, he continues repeating the
I
chat
will be
messages
streaming
from
earlier in my other
The
streams.
screen
The only
briefly goes
reason I'm
black.
not is because
Then
I
we
keep
see
waking
Cargo
up
mining
late
near
because
the
I'm
bottom.
probably
This
because I'm
isn't funny,
sick.
Cargo. You can
so,
stop now.
yeah.
Then a sudden cut.
Oh, okay. Just leads to an
What?
open.
What happened to
Interesting.
the mine entrance? Why is the music so weird? But things get even stranger when
Sandy
the video
realizes
shifts
Cargo is
perspectives
just
to a different
repeating his
player.
path over and
They have a
over.
dark skin, and they're watching Sandy and Cargo from a hilltop. If we rewind the footage, we can see it in the second loop, observing from afar. The video ends with a final static shot of the house, deepening the mysteries even further. This video is merely the entry point into the long and winding mystery of the Decade.
This might have potential to be an S tier. I'm not even kidding.
But there's something else hidden in the shadows.
Oh, what?
A game with a limited bonus that you won't want to miss. They've just
Can loop. And if we look even closer, we'll find that Cargo's messages from the two loops don't align in time, even though the text is
We just got an
identical.
ad.
We don't yet understand the reason for these discrepancies. In fact,
What's that,
we don't
Bluebird?
understand much at all. The following day, another video was released,
Same.
titled More Weird Stuff, Bug Report Number 2. It begins with what appears to be another loop. The players find themselves back in the forest. Now, Sandy has 3 experience levels instead of 2. As Cargo starts his dialogue once
Oh yeah,
more,
sneeze.
Sandy
Sorry about
reacts
that.
with
If you had to
escalating
sneeze,
confusion.
my bad. My
This
bad.
time, he doesn't follow Cargo, choosing instead to walk in the opposite direction. After a few moments, he encounters something strange, the edge of the world. Chunks are not loading here, there's nothing more than an empty void. This is similar to the end of the first video with the unloaded chunks near the mine entrance. It's almost as if Sandy's not supposed to be here. There's another detail that's easy to miss, a dark figure in the tree. While we can't quite make out their full name, it appears to end with an
Bless you.
R.
Appreciate it.
As Sandy returns to Cargo, the Minecraft music becomes increasingly distorted. Sandy descends into the mine, but it's different this time. Instead of a cave with lava, there's a long, empty tunnel. After following it for a while, Sandy discovers a narrow side tunnel without torches. The deeper he goes, the darker it gets, accompanied by a whooshing sound that crescendos. Then we're back to the start again for the 4th loop of the series.
Wait,
It
he's
is now
back in a
nighttime.
time loop, but it's
Cargo is
night
nowhere to
time.
be seen, and his messages are conspicuous.
Wait, does that mean that when he goes in a time loop, time still stays the same though? Because it was day before when he was having time loops, but now it's night. But if it's looping time from before, shouldn't it be day? I don't know.
Absent from the chat. The music is scrambled, clashing with a persistent wind noise. As Sandy returns to the house, we notice a staircase of blocks on top, perhaps built by the mysterious black figure who is now standing in a lilac bush. We can just barely make out their name. It's voyeur, a French noun meaning one who sees. Inside the house, Cargo's bed and chest are missing. The basement also has a slight difference. There's no sign on the bottom left chest.
No
Intriguingly,
Cargo.
This is the chest that
Merry
Cargo last
Christmas.
used.
Merry
We saw him open
Christmas.
it in the second loop. It seems that connections to Cargo are disappearing one by one. Returning to the mine, Sandy becomes increasingly distressed.
Cargo, I'm going to save you, no matter what.
At the bottom, a dark fog obscures the tunnel depths. As Sandy progresses, strange black blocks appear on the edges, their density increasing the deeper Sandy goes. Then an eerie blue message appears.
I haven't talked to him in days. He hasn't played Minecraft with me for so long. I hope everything is alright. Where is he? Where is he?
Is this Sandy speaking? That doesn't quite make sense. To this point, all of Sandy's messages have been in the main chat. Instead, we're forced to consider the
This is Cargo.
possibility that this is somehow Cargo. Is Sandy missing from his perspective also?
Genius.
This video ends with a shot of the house, just like the first video. This time, however, the door is open. Let's take a moment and attempt to untangle what's happening here. The videos so far contain a sequence of loops. They restart when Sandy is teleported back to the forest. However, each iteration is different. Sometimes there are minor changes, like a sign being removed. Other times, the changes are major, such
I
as
am
the
not
tunnel
having
in the mine or
I'm having Pringles for breakfast. I'm having toast.
Cargo's disappearance. It appears that Sandy is supposed to follow a specific path in the loop. When he deviates too much, the chunks are not loaded. The first loop seems to go according to plan, with no anomalies. But each subsequent loop has one crucial difference. Sandy knows that he's in a loop. We don't understand why Sandy gains this awareness, or why Cargo apparently doesn't. But we do have to wonder, was the first video we saw truly the first time this happened?
That makes
sense. Or has this loop
sense.
been repeating for a long time, with the story picking up just before Sandy breaks out of the cycle? It's intriguing that, once the loop breaks, the world begins to decay. Signs disappear, dark blocks are generated, and mysterious shadow figures arrive. Somehow, the stability of this place is damaged. Breaking the loop clearly has
Working
a
hard or
significance
hardly
that we
working
don't
fresh?
fully understand.
I'm
For
hardly
now, we will
working.
continue to the third video, entitled Limbo. Before we dive in, let's
I'm
take a
just eating
brief
my
look at the
breakfast
description.
watching YouTube.
Signals. Something is not right. He reached sentience. This is not supposed to happen. This is not supposed to happen. What will I tell him?
Is this talking about Sandy? Who exactly wrote
I
this
didn't get a new
description?
mic. Oh,
The video
yeah,
begins
Parallax,
with
did you
the
get your new
fifth
mic?
loop.
No.
The world is daytime once again, but Cargo is still missing. The blocks on top of the house are also gone. On the main
You're gonna
floor,
get a
there's
monster
new
and I'll
painting on the
call?
wall.
Okay.
Sandy
Sounds
goes
good.
to the basement,
Sounds
and
good,
when he
Parallax.
returns, the picture is changed. It's difficult to tell what it depicts. Maybe flowers? We quickly find the answer. As Sandy explores away from the house, he approaches a very similar cluster of lilacs overlooking the edge of the world. Comparing the two, we can see that this is the same place as the painting. It's almost as if it's telling Sandy where to go. Sandy looks over the edge and discovers something unexpected, invisible blocks in the void.
Mike will
He
be
begins
there next
walking
year,
on them,
guys.
moving into the white emptiness beyond. In the distance, a dark door becomes visible.
Well, guess I don't have an option.
Sandy opens it, revealing swirling clouds within. As Sandy approaches, the wind swells. Maybe this was the source of it the whole time. The player enters the doorway. Sandy teleports to a completely different place, a realm of dark purple blocks with distant clouds. When Sandy tries to chat, he gets an error message.
Unauthorized access. Chat function disabled due to lack of developer permissions.
There's a similar warning at the top, this one instructing Sandy to restart their game. This new place has many hallways with entrances to other rooms, each labeled with a sign. Experiment, followed by a number. Sandy enters the room for experiment number 67801236. In the center of the room, there's a hole. Sandy jumps in. He teleports back to his world, but from a different vantage point. Now he's standing above his house on invisible blocks.
Oh my
Below,
god.
we witness something
He said
bizarre.
6'7",
Sandy
no
and
way,
Cargo
bro.
are
He said
walking
6'7",
around,
that's
discussing their
crazy.
need to go mining. This
Yo.
isn't a recording of the first
Hey,
loop
here's your
because the
take
timing is
path and
different
we'll
once
come
again.
back. Okay.
Instead, this appears to be a different loop altogether. We have no idea why there's a copy of Sandy and why Cargo is back. Sandy pushes a button in the sky and he's returned to the purple place. He goes to a different room, this one corresponding to experiment 892-30096. Jumping in the pit, he's warped to another version of his world. But this one's just a bit off. The usernames of the players are slightly different. SandyCarps26 instead of SandyCarps8. Cargo's name is also changed. Furthermore,
Bruh,
the
not the
music has been
cricket
transposed
answers.
down
Oh,
a meter
no.
second, increasing the uncanniness. The mine doesn't exist in this version, and the players talk about building a castle. Sandy comments in the chat.
Also, castle? I remember building a castle. Where's the castle? Was it never there?
Other experiments have much bigger changes than this one. Sandy returns to Limbo and warps to experiment 8389. Here, the sky is complex, infused with pulsing psychedelic patterns. The music is sweeping and full, unlike any Minecraft music we've heard before. And yet, the landscape appears to be similar in shape to the other worlds. There are once again two players below, Zyphoid
Me
and
and Liam if I'm
Serene
gonna
Liz.
release in the video
This
next
time,
year.
though, they notice Sandy.
Who in the is this guy? He's just flying above our house?
Sandy tries to respond, but again, he doesn't have permission to use the chat. The players decide to leave. Sandy returns to Limbo and approaches another experiment, 1919.
Well, this experiment's
this one is ominously
unstable.
labeled unstable. He teleports to a dark, empty world with no players in sight. When he tries to leave, the button is unresponsive.
It's
Sandy's
almost done
apparently
episode
trapped.
1. Let's go.
Just
Episode
before the
1
video
out of all the
concludes, there's
episodes.
another
Let's
message
go,
in
dude.
chat from someone named Execo4.
When he means
who
next year, it
says,
might be the end of
"Uh-oh."
next year.
The video ends with another static shot of the world. Come to think of it, what's the deal with each video ending with an image? The first video's image
Yeah, but
has
it'll
the
be
house.
worth it. It'll be
In the
worth
second,
it,
the
right?
door is open and the
It
image
should be
is
worth
darker.
it.
Then the house is gone and the image is darker still. We don't really know what this means. The following video is called Meeting, and it starts back in the main world for the 6th loop. Somehow, Sandy managed to escape the unstable world. Sandy returns to the world edge and walks into the void, but this time the door is gone. He continues walking nonetheless, and suddenly finds himself back in Experiment 8389. He reaches the
I'll be
mainland
22
after a
when
few
this video is
moments.
done.
Sandy approaches Xiphoid and Serene Mist's house. Now he's able to chat. The players are bewildered as Sandy explains that he just walked away from his house and ended up here. Notably, Xiphoid and Serene Mist don't remember Sandy, even though they saw him in the air during the last video. This is interesting. It suggests that perhaps these players are also in a loop. How else would they forget
Let's
an
just get
unknown
like
player
10
flying
views
in
and
their
flop.
world?
Well,
Sandy
you know
asks
you're
if
gonna
he can
get
stay
more
to
than 10
explore, and the
views.
players let him. They generously give
I don't know
him
if you're gonna get more
diamonds.
than 54 views.
As he
though.
wanders, Sandy
Not gonna
sees
lie.
another dark figure in a lilac bush, this one named Sightseer. The skin is slightly different from Voyeur. Back in the house, Sandy opens a chest labeled plants. Suddenly, there's a static sound and the screen goes black for a moment. When it returns, there's a slight difference. The 4 poppies in Sandy's inventory have been replaced with 4 lilac bushes. Then, out of nowhere, a message appears in chat from someone named Execo3.
Sandy. Sandy, you have to stop. You have achieved something you should not have achieved.
Despite Sandy's confused responses, Execo3 continues.
I got the signals
What video
from
is
you.
this? This is the Minecraft player trapped
As
in a
Sandy
loop.
tries to interject,
But it's like the full
Execo3
thing.
mutes
Part
him,
1 and
preventing
2
his messages
combined.
from sending. Then Exec continues.
Why are you, out of everyone, acting like this? The fact you can even talk to me right now fathoms me.
Sandy tries to ask about cargo, but Exec responds.
Your friend is not coming back, Sandy. He never even played with you.
Then the chat shows that O3 is warped to Limbo. The video switches, and we are now viewing the world from their perspective. The skin is dark and the UI is different, with a number 3 above the hotbar. Execo3 walks through Limbo and approaches the door to the unstable dimension. They jump in. As they type, a pink cursor is visible, the same design as Sandy.
Are you sure this is safe?
Execo3 uses a command called TP down, which takes them to the surface. There we find Execo7 as well as another dark figure called Spectator.
I mean, just in case, you should lock the world. I don't want this to reach Sandy.
Exec3 says that Spectator seems to be working fine and asks how to lock the world. O7 replies with a command. The ID number is the same as the experiment number. O3 locks the world. Then he says something notable.
He somehow became a thinking mind, which is very interesting. His memories got wiped before we brought him to this world. That's very weird. Like I said, close the world just in case. This could trigger something in him if he joins.
And then suddenly, we see a message saying that an unknown
Alright,
exec
Juicy, well
worked
guess
this
what?
world.
I'm gonna be here for more than an hour, so...
Could this be Sandy? The video concludes with another static image.
We get a
of the
lot more
house.
ALGs to watch.
It is returned, but it's darker than ever. There's a lot to unpack in this video. First, we are introduced to a different group of people than the regular players. These are the execs. They have special capabilities. They can use teleportation commands and mute other players. We also learn that they are associated with the dark watching figures, including Voyeur, Sightseer, and Spectator. While we still don't know the purpose of these dark figures, the way the execs talk implies that they're not players. It would be weird to say that a person seems to be working fine. Instead, there's some sort of automation or bot. What we do know is that these execs are trying to deal with Sandy. It's clear that Sandy is doing things he's not supposed to be able to do, accessing Limbo and going to other players' worlds. Execo3 says something interesting, that Sandy somehow became a thinking mind. While the deeper implications of that statement aren't yet revealed, it must be why the execs are concerned. But what about the experiments? What is the purpose of these loops, and what are the execs trying to do? We learn a bit more in the following video called Envoyer. This is French for sender. The description contains an enigmatic series of 16 numbers. This video is taken entirely from the perspective of exec09, who we haven't seen before. They're in some new place, dark like limbo but made of prismarine blocks. They approach a chest labeled 9 and retrieve a book from within. As they continue down the hallway, we see several numbered rooms. Apparently, these each correspond to an exec. We see exec02 in room 2. The player walks until they reach number 9. The block in the center appears to be a terminal. In fact, if we look at the lines as dots and dashes, it spells out decayed in Morse code. Exec9 begins typing in chat.
He's been lurking again. He was spotted in the unstable dimension. He found out about the real house. He knows too much now.
We can't see who exec09 is talking to. Their responses are invisible. Whoever it is, exec09 says that they may need to intervene. The execs aren't completely sure how to stop Sandy. This half of the conversation contains a little detail. 09 says that Sandy found out about something called the real house. Whatever this is, exec09 believes that it's too much knowledge for Sandy to have. This mystery about the real house is something we'll want to keep in mind as we continue. The following video is titled Réalité, which is French for, you guessed it, reality. We return to Sandy's perspective. They're back in the main world for the 7th loop. This time, Sandy types the teleport command to bring him to the unstable world. How Sandy knows this command is unclear. Did he use /help, or is there something else going on? Regardless, the command works. The console message reveals that it
What's
was,
up,
in
Quava?
fact, Sandy
Welcome.
who teleported in the meeting.
Welcome.
He arrives at the bottom of the mine and climbs the stairs.
Oh my
Spectator
god.
is still there, but execs 3
I love
and
having
7
a
are
cold.
gone.
Crown
He enters the
farming.
house to find that the basement
Hope you're
is
having a
totally
good day,
different.
Quava.
Instead of humble storage
We are just
chests,
watching
there's a
some
door
Minecraft
leading to a
videos.
complex network of rooms. There's a kitchen area, several bathrooms, bedrooms, and a bar. In one room, Sandy stumbles across a red chest. Opening it reveals that it has a name.
Stored vessel information.
Inside are 4 written books, labeled June, July, August, and September. These are diaries written by someone named Matthew David. The first entry is on June 2nd, 2017, and there are a total of 17 entries over the 4 months. The early text starts out normally. Matthew writes about being busy studying for a math exam, which is getting in the way of Minecraft. We learn that Matthew is 17 years old. Then something weird. There's a sudden jump from June 4th, 2017 to June 7th, 2023, a 6-year leap into the future. But Matthew talks as if he's still in the past. He mentions stressing about being prepared for his test. Mysteriously, on June 21st, we go back in time to 2017. It's not clear if Matthew is typing
thanks
or
for
if
the
his
sub,
journal
Jessica.
has some
Appreciate
weird
it.
non-linearities. Regardless, the exam goes pretty well. Matthew says that he wants to play survival multiplayer with a friend named Andrew. They decide to start up a server. That's the end of June. Sandy makes a comment.
This is way too familiar.
He then begins reading the July book. Matthew starts by lamenting about how he's been sick for a couple of days.
Wait,
Then
so
there's
Matthew's
something
gotta
intriguing.
be like
I
someone,
did see a
right?
weird creature in
Matthew's
my
gotta
game
be
today,
some
though.
one of the people
Could just be me going crazy.
in this.
Even though me and
Could it
Andrew
be
are big fans
Cargo,
of
maybe?
creepypastas, we obviously know that those are fake and that stuff like Herobrine, Entity
I don't know.
404 and all that doesn't exist.
On July 4th, Matthew mentions a persistent headache that's not improving. He also added a friend named Thomas to the Minecraft server. Now, 3 of them are playing together.
Oh my god,
Then
you're
Matthew
right,
shares
Andrew
more about the
Well.
creature he saw.
Andrew Gaming
It kind of looked like a
67.
player, but it just doesn't make sense because we are hosting this on Hamachi. And I checked Hamachi a few minutes ago and there's no one other than us 3.
Yet he still doubts what he saw.
Actually, what am I even saying? No shot there's another player here. That had to be something else.
Between pages 9 and 10, there appears to be some text cut out.
We're currently working on an for all of us since we need to get some good enchants.
On July 10th, Matthew mentions that Andrew and Thomas have an idea to build a town with a castle. Then there's an update on the illness.
There's a little problem though. I'm not really improving in terms of health. My head really hurts and my hands are constantly shaking. And if this keeps getting worse and worse, I'll probably have to take a little break from my computer. I don't know what's causing this exactly, but I'm afraid it might not be a flu anymore.
Yeah, I don't know.
It's been going on
They just
for way
like wells,
longer
I
than it
guess.
usually should.
1 week later, on July 17th, Matthew sees the
tell
player
ya.
again.
He seemed to have a white 03 on his head, while the rest of his skin is fully black.
Matthew has seen an exec in his world, A black skin with a white number is their signature style.
By the way, thanks for checking
But
out
this
my
is the
IG.
least
I
of the
got you.
issues. Things are getting worse for Matthew's health. Now, weird red spots are showing up on his skin. Matthew will be going to the doctor soon. In the meantime, he continues to play with his friends.
My friends have no idea what it might be either, which worries me because they also started to become a bit sick. They're not in the same state as me, but they also have a small headache. Is this a coincidence, or is something going on?
July 22nd.
What? The doctors have no idea what this could be. I'm scared. My friends are saying they feel the same things I did 2 weeks ago. Apparently, a lot of teenagers across the world are somehow catching this disease or whatever the it is. I genuinely do not know what's happening.
By this point, Matthew has been sick for over 3 weeks, and his vitality continues to decline. 4 days later, he says he barely has enough energy to play on the computer.
After playing for a few minutes and working on a mob spawner farm, I saw him, the O3 guy. He was just standing there staring at me, and he wasn't moving at all. He sent no messages in chat, but I somehow felt him speaking to me, as if he was speaking to me telepathically. And that's when I connected the dots. This cannot be a creepypasta anymore. He has to know what's happening, and he did this to me. This might sound insane, but I think the disease is being spread among our group, and the fact he just stares at me like that, he knows. I immediately closed my game and shut the server down. I have to tell this to my friends. This cannot be a coincidence.
Sandy opens the August book. Matthew can no longer feel his hands. He has problems breathing, and he has the constant urge to vomit. He says that soon he won't be able to get out of bed. Then something chilling.
My parents are more worried than ever, but something inside of me tells me not to care about, not to talk to them, to not listen to them. But I want to, even though my body refuses to.
Matthew's text is becoming riddled with errors, extra spaces, missing words, misplaced punctuation. He even fails to properly sign his name. His skin grows pale except for the red spots. His mother cries, fearing that Matthew is near death.
As I'm writing this, I feel an indescribable feeling flowing through my body. A mixture of emptiness, sadness, pain, loneliness.
Matthew's words grow even more disordered, bizarre, and incomprehensible.
Beg farewell to shattered bones, bones that shape your interior, bones that make you who you are, bones like the water of a river flowing towards destiny. It's pulling me. It wants me to reach it. It wants me to get closer to it. I don't ever feel my interior emptiness anymore. I don't ever feel anything anymore. My keyboard is pulling me closer to my monitor. He's calling me, whoever he is. In a matter of seconds, you just may find yourself falling, twisting into the abyss, screaming, wishing it didn't end like this. But the inevitable things come and go as they choose, and in the end, you will always lose. So sit back and relax as death swoops you down.
The final entry is from September 13th,
That is dark.
2017.
That is pretty
And now
dark.
forever I will make part of it, attempting to run from what I can't escape. I can
So we
never
got some
outrun
like
it.
virus.
The limbo I'll be stuck in is
took
part of
right
me
to
now.
go over him.
1 hour,
Where is it?
10 hours, 10 days, 10 years, 10 decades, 10 centuries, 10 billions of years. Forever, I am part of it. I am part of it now. I belong to it now. And it was decided like that from the beginning.
These journals are deeply unsettling. We don't know who Matthew David is, whether he's a player we've already met or someone new. However, there are some similarities to Sandy's story, playing on a multiplayer server and encountering odd players in the world. Notably, Execo3 is the same exec who talked to Sandy in the meeting video. But much more concerning is the fact that Matthew has some sort of disease. It starts as a headache but worsens over the course of about 10 weeks. Doctors can't diagnose what's happening, and the text suggests that this is afflicting other people as well. Matthew believes that this is connected to Execo3. As time passes, Matthew's text becomes increasingly poetic, dark, and jumbled. He describes a deep emptiness inside of him and a feeling of being called towards his computer monitor. The final pages are extremely cryptic. It's unclear if Matthew is alive or dead. Sandy returns the books to the chest. He turns around to see Cargo standing in the room.
Hey man. Cargo, how are you here? I was looking for you. I don't think we should be here.
Something about Cargo is off. His text is overly formal, with punctuation and capitalization, a very different style from his earlier messages. Sandy instinctively knows that something is wrong. This can't be Cargo. Sandy begins to flee. Then Cargo continues.
Sandy, come back. We can talk about this.
As Sandy runs into the mine, we get one final message.
Is he
You will regret
infected?
this
Yeah, I think
moment.
so. I think
You
he's
will always be the
infected.
mistake known for ruining everything.
The following video is from a new perspective, someone with a reddish skin and no number above the hotbar. When they type, we learn that this is someone named Architect. The conversation is one-sided. However, the title of this video is Recepteur, French for receiver. Could this be the other half of Exec09's conversation? Watching the videos together, the chat messages align, revealing the full discussion. We learn that the Architect is disappointed in the execs. To keep Sandy out, all they had to do was lock the world. Ultimately, Architect tells the execs to figure it out on their own. Apparently, there are 64 of them in total.
Oh,
Architect walks
crazy
away
how many
from
people
the
don't know
terminal,
what an
leaving
AIG
Exec
is. I
09
know.
talking to the void. The description of this video contains text that's almost readable, like
What
a
is happening?
Markov
I
chain
can't
of
half
disparate
way through the
syllables.
journals.
There are
Okay,
16
so
lines.
I believe what's going on is obviously it's a group of friends playing Minecraft, but and I don't know, they started getting trapped in the loop, but Cargo like slowly disappeared, and Sandy, the main character, I believe, is like able to like do everything that Cargo did, but not disappear. Like he's able to be stable. Like it's like the virus infects your mind, but Sandy is somehow not being infected. That's what I'm getting so far.
The same number found in the Envoyer description. It turns out that this is a code. By counting out the indicated position of a letter, we can find the first character. Repeating this for each line reveals the message.
Body lacking a soul.
Although this is enigmatic, there's a subtle connection to Matthew David's journals. As his disease progresses, he describes a feeling of becoming empty inside. There's another link as well. The name of the chest is Stored Vessel Information. A vessel is a hollow container, also empty inside. It's noteworthy that we've seen this concept a few times. The following video returns to Exec09's perspective, picking up right after their conversation with Architect. Another exec shows up. This time it's number 22. 9 says that the Architect wants all of the execs to work on the bugs relating to Sandy. They say that they need to shut down some of the worlds. Exec09 opens up the terminal and enters a numerical code, the same as the title of the book in their inventory. Access is granted. On the main menu, 9 selects the players option. This shows a list of dies, each representing a different player.
Yeah, that is true.
When the
Tony,
cursor
that is
hovers
true.
over one, it reveals more information. Sandy's location is undefined and his capability
Well, I don't know
is
if Sandy's a
sentient.
girl or a guy,
Zyphoid
but
and Serene Mist are
they're
both from the
immune, yeah.
8389 world, and their capability...
okay, you see how they have like a capability saying like thinking mind and like other stuff? I think there's levels, right? Like of like sanity. It's like you start by like being a actual bot being controlled, and then you get up a level where you're like starting to actually get your memories and you're actually able to think slowly. And then there's probably
is thinking mind.
wait,
Finally, there
what's
are
the
many
red
other
thing?
players who we haven't seen before,
Yeah, see, vessel is like when they're stuck.
all of
Right.
whom have their
What
capability
about the
as
red?
vessel. Vessel. There's another connection to that word. Most players on this list are vessels, marked with a gray icon, contrasting with the 3 colored players. This suggests a progression in capabilities
sentient,
from
okay.
vessel to
There you
thinking
go.
mind to sentient. So how did Sandy progress from vessel to thinking mind? The description offers a few clues.
Execo3 found a critical flaw in the system of the universe
I
of
see.
the decayed.
So when you're
Somehow,
sentient,
vessels,
you're
when
able to just
stimulated in some
control,
weird way,
like
have the
your
capability
back.
of escaping their supposed
It's like you're
trajectories
out
and
of
finding
this
oddities that they were not supposed to
virus.
find, such as the map being unfinished in certain areas, invisible platforms that allow teleportation between worlds, and a lot more.
In other words, we don't know for sure, and it seems like the execs don't know either. The description continues.
Do you know how Sandy managed to gain consciousness? No, I really don't. Definitely a flaw in the system. I make sure to wipe everyone's memories before they enter this universe, and I'm not quite sure what escaped their hands.
But now, we see that Sandy isn't just a thinking mind. He's been elevated to sentience. In fact, it seems that the execs were afraid of this happening. In the meeting video, Execo3
Okay.
mentions that Sandy has become a
See.
thinking mind. They don't want him in the unstable world because it might trigger something within him. However, Sandy does teleport there. In Execo9's discussion with the Architect, we learn that Sandy found out about the real house and now knows too much. Then, in this video, we see that Sandy is sentient. We now understand that the real house refers to the house in the unstable world. When Sandy found it, something promoted him from thinking mind to sentient. Could it be the journals? It's been mentioned a few times that Sandy's memory has been wiped. Perhaps reading Matthew's story somehow reminded him of the past. The specific details are still a mystery. The core point, however, is that Sandy has steadily progressed along the chain from vessel to thinking mind to sentient. And now, other players are on that path as well. Zyphoid and Serene Mist are thinking minds. They've escaped their supposed trajectories, breaking free of the loop. And it seems that this happens when Sandy has a conversation with them. Sandy is spreading the ability to think to others. All of this represents a problem for the execs, who are trying to get the players under control. Back in the video, exec09 right-clicks on the 3 players' icons, reporting them to the architect. Then 9 goes back to the main menu and selects Worlds, then World Management. The top block is the 1919 world, the unstable one with the real house. The exec changes the join permission from admin to none. They perform an attempted teleportation to confirm the world has been locked.
Can you name older planets in the solar system?
Exec 13 appears and asks if 09 turned off access to the real house world. 9 confirms that they did. Then they return to the terminal and choose a different option. Global
I'm not interested in the AIG at the moment, but I'll get back to you.
Hovering over one shows this represents
So she's kind of like a high capacity vessel.
And suddenly we understand the purpose of these dark figures. They're cameras into the experiments. The execs can see the camera feed from the terminal.
Oh, the lilacs are the
cameras.
cameras.
We see Serene Mist come up and look at Sightseer. They stare for an uncomfortably long time. The audio is quite weird, and fans of my other ARG videos know that this means it's time to look at it in a spectrogram. This tool allows us to see frequencies in sounds. The x-axis represents time, and the y-axis is frequency. The higher the sound's pitch, the higher it is on the chart. For example, an ascending major scale would appear as a series of steps going upwards. Looking at the camera audio, we discover a secret message hidden within.
Being in my bed, unable to move. I can't get up. I can't even blink. Everything hurt.
The words feel similar to the text in Matthew David's journal, although this specific quote is nowhere to be found. Could these be the words of Serene Mist instead? Exec09 leaves the camera and encounters Exec05. He asks what they're supposed to be doing, and 9 says that they're investigating Sandy. When he hears that, 05 says that he's gotta go and runs off. The chat shows that he's warped to the unstable world. 9 returns to the terminal to find that the teleportation permissions have reset. Apparently, Exec05 just changed it back. Confused, 9 talks to Exec35, who says that locking the real house world doesn't work for them either. Then 9 follows 5 to the unstable world. They run to the house and enter the basement, but things are beginning to change. Blocks are replaced with solid colors, some rooms completely consumed. 9 descends into the big tunnel and then the narrow one. He finds Exec05 taking Matthew David's diaries out of the chest, destroying them in a lava pit. When he sees that 9 is there, 05 punches him and flees back into the tunnels. After a few moments, the chat shows that 5 is warped to an unrecognized map. The video cuts to a white world with a table. Exec05 walks up and looks around. This must be the unrecognized map. We don't know why, but apparently 05 is concerned that the other execs are investigating Sandy. There is one more clue that I need to mention. The description contains a question.
Where is cargo?
The response is a jumbled mess of letters. These are encoded using a scheme known as Base 64. Upon decryption, we can find the answer to cargo's whereabouts.
He is gone, forever, never to be seen again. Nothing more than a memory.
The next video is entitled Disposal, and it returns to Sandy's perspective.
I am back. Welcome back.
He finds
Sam.
himself falling down a long shaft before landing on a tree. His friends are nowhere to be seen. Sandy explores this new place. The layout is
use
large
Base 64 once in my AIG. Nice.
Windows. There are several paintings.
I also use Base 64 in my AIG. I'm working
a
on.
landscape, a white world, limbo. One is particularly notable. It has a painting of the
I only
house,
missed a little bit of
and
this
if we look
video, but that's
carefully,
alright.
The layout of the room itself is
I'm sure you
house's
probably watched this
interior.
already. I don't know.
This
Maybe
includes
you
the
haven't.
stairs to the basement,
That's
but
good.
this version overlooks the void. As Sandy continues to wander, it becomes apparent that this place couldn't actually exist. The space doesn't operate logically. This is perhaps most noticeable when Sandy enters a hallway that contains a jukebox. Sandy takes the stairs and loops around, ending up at the jukebox again. But that shouldn't be possible.
Oh yeah, 4 times.
Where's the
Oh, you're
entrance
good
that
then.
Sandy
You're good.
used? This looping path is what's known as non-Euclidean. Normal geometric rules about space and distance don't apply here. Suddenly, the jukebox begins playing a song, Ward by C418. Sandy returns and punches it, causing the block to disappear. This action changes the configuration of the room again. Instead of ascending stairs to the right, there are now descending stairs going into a long tunnel. Sandy follows it and ends up under the tree in the main courtyard. He turns around. When he looks back, the tunnel is gone. Sandy goes to the redstone lamps and switches the first off and the third on. As he wanders more, he ends up on the other side of the wall. But something's wrong. The lights are incorrect. The pattern doesn't match what it should on the other end. Did someone flip the switches? Sandy walks towards the edge of the world, and this video ends. The following video picks up right here. Sandy continues to meander until he finds a lever labeled emergency switch. As he contemplates what to do, we hear footsteps in the background. Sandy quickly pulls the lever and the world cuts to black.
She is smart.
Suddenly, Sandy is in the unrecognized map. We see Execo 5 with the table in the distance, and we learn something interesting.
Okay, they are
You have
smart.
found the
They are
emergency
smart.
switch. I have a lot to tell you, Andrew.
Sandy's real name is Andrew, the same Andrew mentioned in Matthew's journal. Furthermore, Execo 5 reveals that his name is Thomas, another player in the SMP. This leaves just one remaining player, Matthew, who must be Cargo. The journal we read belonged to Cargo, who was the first to contract this mysterious disease. Execo 5, or Thomas, gives us the most complete explanation so far. A few years ago, there was some weird sickness that appeared. It infected Matthew, Cargo, and Andrew, Sandy. Thomas says that people who are afflicted by the illness are called vessels. These vessels are forced to play the same few minutes over and over. Sandy, Cargo,
okay.
Serene,
Sandy's a guy.
Zyphoid, all of them fall into this category. Vessels aren't actually the people with the sickness. Instead, they're kind of like ghosts who control the lifeless bodies, their consciousness scattered across different worlds. Loops and vessels all exist in a multiverse called the Concept. Execs are the ones who manage it, and Thomas was hired as one. The execs work for the architect, who is the creator of the worlds in the Concept. The execs watch the experiments. If a vessel gains consciousness, they put a camera in the world to monitor it. This is why Andrew, or Sandy, saw Voyeur in his world. His growing consciousness triggered the execs to intervene. When Execo 9 saw that Andrew was sentient, he alerted the architect, who teleported Andrew to the disposal. This is a place where vessels who have become sentient are sent to be removed. However, Thomas anticipated this and opened the door to the emergency switch, allowing Andrew to escape. Despite this explanation, some questions remain unanswered. What is the connection between a physical human and a vessel in Minecraft? Does the consciousness of the person somehow get trapped within the game?
Let me know if you want to call,
hint at this. He says something is pulling him, calling him, and then later says that he's a part of it now, whatever it is. In some bizarre way, the end result of the physical illness might mean getting sucked into the concept.
Alright.
The role of the egg...
Let me... Wait, will it leak anything if I call? I just realized. Can you delete... Actually, no, man, no, you don't have to delete anything. Let me just do this. Forgot I could do this. Hello.
Hello, fathead.
Hello, fathead.
How is my audio?
That sounds
good?
fine. Yeah.
26,167, guys.
No way, guys. That's crazy.
67.
Focus on preventing vessels
67!
From becoming sentient, but
No
the reason for this
way.
isn't obvious. Why is it better for vessels?
Freshie's gonna mad comment mate everyone was 6'7".
It's also a bit strange that the architect constructed the worlds in which the
think they had
vessels are
enough of that.
trapped.
You never had to re-upload this
Thomas
8.
says that a
No, they
sick
haven't.
sickness is being
If I
forced
had
to
a nickel
replay
for
the same
every
few
AOG I've
minutes over
seen
and
with a
over
person
again.
named Andrew
But how
as
could this happen
protagonist, I'd
without
have
the
2
architect
nickels.
creating the worlds for the
That's not a
vessels
lot,
to loop?
but it's weird that it
Could the
happened
illness even
twice.
exist without the concept?
Huh.
And this raises a
Yeah, I
crucial
mean,
question.
Andrew's a
I've
common
never seen
name.
The
that comment
architect designed the
before.
looping worlds. Did he
Yeah, it's almost like we know someone called Andrew.
Where would vessels
Yeah.
go if
He's
there
in
was
my
no
next AOG.
concept?
Okay.
It's also worth mentioning
I was gonna say easy, actually.
labeled as experiment. That feels a little bit more like these vessels were created intentionally. Right now, we don't have a great answer to these questions. Thomas
Yeah,
is
my
saying
AIG
that
started
they
popping off.
like we
I haven't even made a video yet.
Guys,
So-
Silas is
Thomas
AIG,
continues,
isn't
telling
it?
Andrew what he needs to do.
If you want Matthew back, you need to go back to your loop. I will enable Matthew to possess Voyeur. Voyeur will be out of order.
What I'm gonna do to make sure it doesn't get leaked more is like all the actual bits. I'm gonna have it as unlisted videos and send myself a key that only I can
That's
access.
the key place you can go to get out. You
Guys,
might
his
need to find
AIG is triple
Architect.
T.
He might seem intimidating at first, but he's really not. If you could talk to him, you might be able to escape. He's the one who put you in this situation.
My AIG is the Freshie YouTube channel.
It's strange that Thomas suggests that Matthew and Andrew might
Who is this
walk the
upper
dark
cat
tunnel.
junior guy calling us fat
He said
heads?
that Andrew is sentient. However, Andrew
This is the
says
guy
he
that said
trusts
we
Thomas.
smell last
He
time.
pushes
Or
a
I
button
smell.
and he's
Blood thinks he's a part of it.
Everything seems to be back to normal. Cargo's chest and bed have returned, and the basement is back in its original state.
He's a
Andrew
troll,
sees
he's a troll.
Voyeur on the hill and approaches him. The possession has apparently worked. Voyeur now speaks as Matthew. He said
Freshie's
that he
audience
loved
attracts
Andrew and that he
trolls, I
remembered
guess.
the house.
Yeah.
Andrew
What?
tells him that the dark figures he saw in his journal were
I don't
real,
do that.
and that they're the reason for all of this. Andrew has been trapped in a loop.
It's funny, bro. Everyone's. I've already got a bunch of comments on this AIG being like, I think this is for a YouTube video. I'm like, for
In the
fuck's sake, they
following
found me
video,
already.
Things take a turn.
Well,
It's
yeah,
called A
I've had
Message
This is-
AIGs. That's how I
It's from
found one of
Architect,
mine.
and it's
I
addressed
just
to
found
us,
it
the
in the
viewers.
record.
This is a very popular YouTuber makes a new account to start an AIG coded channel. Not gonna lie.
I am viewer.
Yeah.
I
It's
seriously
'cause
encourage
it's 'cause
you
the footage
to
is
watch
clean.
the content on this YouTube channel.
Is that here before anyone even made a video about it? So I guess that's a good
Thanks for watching, and
sign.
I'll see you all in the next video. Have a great day.
Oh,
Nah,
oh,
just
it's
kidding.
not done.
Let's
Oh, yeah,
get.
can you screen share? So I can watch.
Yeah. I got you. Give me a sec, guys. Let me screen share to Parallax.
We should play Rocket League later, Freshie.
Let me just share screen.
I've tried uploading this video like 3 times now. I need to learn how to escape this maze map so I can like save time.
Especially if you ever need me for your AOG, I will. I actually might need more characters. I will let you guys know.
Join this Discord server.
They're already in my Discord. Everyone here is already in my Discord.
Do not believe what I posted here. Farewell.
But yeah.
Crazy how it's got 230 views in 20 hours on a new channel. I've already got 10 subs.
Anyways, let's poke around
Yeah,
the
because
channel
people
itself
actually
to look
search for
content.
AIGs.
The profile picture is a
Like,
collage
like,
of a few images
YouTube
put
just
together,
randomly
one of which is Execo 5 in his world. But there are other things too.
How long is
such as
left on
tree
this
and a
video?
lilac bush.
Ah.
Portions of the image have
Like,
inverted colors.
30 minutes?
We can
Oh.
fix this using the power of editing.
How long is it?
Nonetheless,
It's an hour
we can't
20,
quite
bro. I'm
understand
getting the
everything
long
in
one
this
out the
image.
way.
Another
Oh yeah, this is
possible
the
is that channel
Zenith. This is the
description
Zenith
contains
level.
a poem of sorts.
We did watch
Doing
Seamus
and
one
doing
after.
and doing without a reason,
Last
without a
night.
consciousness, without a
watched the Zenith
change,
one.
without an end. Is there ever a day we will see the end of the tunnel? Or will
Yeah,
we
it's
just
crazy how
continue
Z-Man,
watching
not
the
Z-Man,
walk
Zenith
right
made
past us?
Simon 12.
In one
Yep, we
sense,
are
this
gonna watch
poem is
that as
probably
well
referring to
today.
vessels,
We got Simon
players
12
who
on
are
the
trapped
list.
and forced to replay their world again and again. But if we take a step back, it feels like this poem could be a commentary on life itself. We repeat
Yes,
our
I'll do
routines
Null
over and
Path
over,
next,
endlessly
okay?
going through the motions,
And
doing
then
and
after
doing
that-
and
Did you
doing.
do Telltale
This
247
It's
process
now?
already
is
on
missing,
there, yeah.
Without reason,
I put one
without
of the Finn's
consciousness,
recent
without
ones, too.
change,
Oh, did you put Telltale on there?
Yeah, I put one of
suggest that there's
every
a
one of
void
these
within
in there.
us.
So I put the
unending
dry
monotony
fruits
of
from
routine
the
leads to
Finn's one.
emptiness inside. The poem concludes with a powerful question.
Gotta
Will we
include
ever be
everyone.
able to escape this
Oh my
Not
god.
Can
Yeah,
we
gotta
fill the
include
void
everyone.
by being conscious, by thinking,
Very
and
sick.
listening, by changing?
Yep.
Or will we
Of
continue
course.
You see that in
doing
Mr. Beast
what we're
video?
doing forever, watching as
No,
life
I
passes us
haven't.
by?
I don't
He did
watch
a
Mr. Beast, bro.
This
He
poem
did
is
a
thought-provoking.
civilization,
It
boys
opens the
vs.
door to the
girls.
idea that maybe there's a deeper symbolism
Yeah, I'm not
within
watching
this
that.
series. Do these vessels somehow represent
I only watched it 'cause I knew
within
people
our
in
own
it.
loops? If this interpretation is correct, then
Is
who are the
Telltale at the
execs who
adaptation
manage
of the
loops?
Telltale Heart
When
by
Matthew
Edgar
escapes
Allan
and becomes
Poe?
sentient, the execs
That's
try
To be
something
fair, I don't even really know what
prefer it
I don't really know what
forever.
Telltale was about. I thought it was just an
Moving on,
entity
I was
like
thinking
mocking
for ourselves.
Herobrine.
Despite these new possible interpretations, we still haven't quite found who is uploading the content on this
That's the
channel.
beauty of ARGs. They're up to
However,
your own
previous descriptions do seem
interpretation.
to suggest that whoever it may be is active in the world and
Charlie,
is able
Thanks
to
for the
affect
sub,
it.
Charlie.
He somehow found his way
Charlie
out of this
bit my
world.
finger.
I have to talk to him.
Sup,
The
nerd?
uploader
What's up,
also talks
Acrometa?
to us, the viewer.
We're just watching some
In the description of the
ARG.
message video, we find a simple command.
Keep watching.
Give me a sec.
Oh yeah, Fresh, you can have the parallax roll back in your Discord.
The next video continues with Matthew and Andrew, showing Matthew's
If there's a
perspective as
parallax roll,
voyeur.
sure.
The two are
There was. I remember there was a parallax.
389
I
world.
need to go get some water. I'll be
Sandy
right back.
tells Cargo to use the TP down command, though it's again unclear how Sandy knows about this. On the surface, they meet up with Serene Mist. She says that she doesn't know where Zyphoid is. Andrew asks if Serene is aware of the execs, but she says that she isn't. Although Andrew tries to explain the situation, Serene doesn't understand. Nonetheless, she does agree to go with them to Limbo. They tower up to the button and press it to warp. Upon arrival, the players realize that Matthew now has his old username Cargo Ships, not Voyeur. His skin is apparently half him and half Voyeur, although this is not visible from the first-person perspective. Andrew brings the group to the unstable world, and they teleport. The real house is even further decayed, with colored blocks spreading to the exterior. They notice a spectator camera watching them, but there's nothing the players can do about it. Inside, the basement is missing furniture and lights. They descend into the tunnel, heading to the chest room, but the diaries are missing, destroyed by Thomas. Andrew reacts with confusion. They decide to head back up to the surface. But when the group reaches the basement, Thomas is there. He says he's here to report on the world status, but it's an excuse to meet up with the other players. Thomas admits to burning the diaries, but doesn't explain why. Instead, he tells the group that they need to return to Limbo.
There's something for you if you jump into the void. You'll appear in a different place, but it's odd. No, it's simply a back door
Right, I'm
marked
back.
added in case you fell down.
What
He
happened
then
to
says
the
something
event server?
unusual. Once the players get
What do
back,
you
they'll
mean,
be
the
able to
event
see the
server?
diaries for
The
themselves.
very old, freshy event server.
To Limbo once again.
Like, are you that OG?
Ah.
Approach the edge of the void. As they debate
Ah,
who
you
should
can-
jump
yeah, if you're
first,
talking about
someone
that-
approaches Matthew.
Dude,
and he
I think I
falls.
turned that into the survival game server thing. I think that's what
The
I used
following
it for.
video is entitled Abgrund, which is German for abyss.
And a lot of people
The
joined. I
description
actually got a lot of
includes a
people
few
on there,
German
but
words. A quick Google search reveals that this is an
unfortunately,
excerpt
me
from
and
a
my
poem
friend
by
didn't
Wilhelm
haven't
Busch,
really
a 19th
updated survival
century
games
poet.
or cared
It
about the
is
server.
entitled
So.
Impending Doom.
Yeah, Freshie was like, not profitable
The
anymore.
flies are
3
having
people
fun
joined
here
and someone
begins.
pinged at
The
everyone
frog
roll?
thinks,
What server are
"Chill
you
out,
in?
You'll come down soon.
I had a freshie reference in
The
my
poem is
AIG.
quite foreboding. So too is Abgrund. It's extremely dark. We'll notice that Matthew's cursor has changed to a star symbol. The players wander
Yeah.
around this place for a few minutes, encountering archers.
I
It looks like
Acrometa
this
has
doesn't
the
exist
crown.
on you.
After a
Oh,
while,
Minecraft
Matthew talks
Warriors.
for the
No
first
one
time.
pinged at everyone in
walking for so
Minecraft
long.
Warriors except
This
for
place-
me and Ethan. Hang on. Is someone random doing that? That can't be possible.
Please.
Oh, they just did @player. Oh, that's fine. That's normal. They trying to play survival games on the server. Ah. Hold up. Well. There you go, no one can mention the role now, okay, but it doesn't really matter that much. Alright.
Now no one can play the server anymore.
Yep, now no one's gonna care. Alright, no.
Andrew attempts to reassure him.
Don't
It's
worry,
supposed
we'll
to
find
be
you
everyone
eventually.
just plays
You wouldn't
survival
I'm
games.
pretty sure this video is a compilation.
The players
It
find
is.
another
It's
building
part
and
1 and
enter
2
it.
together.
Matthew sees a doorway. He decides to go through it. There's
I
something
think
very
this is one of
strange
the.
on
I don't
other
know. I'm
end.
pretty sure this
His
is
house
S tier. To be
suspended
fair,
in a
I think
dark
this
void.
actually is pretty good. I mean,
Zemeth and I haven't dropped yet.
The next video is called
that's gonna
Loss
be
of
F tier.
Control, and it returns to the world. Now we can see that
I
there's
thought
a
you
red
couldn't
side
do
and
that.
a
I still
blue
remember
side.
if it's an
There's a
event
group
server.
of 7
Ah,
players sitting around a
nah,
table.
it's not an event server
The
anymore.
blue side has founder,
It's
creator, shaper, and
SG
instigator,
server,
and the
which
red
me and
side
my
has
friend coded a
author,
custom plugin
inventor,
for,
and
and
originator.
unfortunately,
Architect shows up late to the red
Fresh
side.
got lazy.
and is promptly
we
called
got
out by
lazy,
originator.
and he
You
said,
take
"Oh,
your time.
I don't want to continue
The
the
purpose of
project
this meeting is to
anymore.
discuss issues
High
of
Tail's
Architect's
coming
worlds.
out. I'm
Creator
gonna make
says
a
that the
server
anomalies
there." I
were
said,
located
"Okay."
in his quadrant. Architect says that
So,
he's fully aware and is taking care of
I don't know.
it,
I
but
might
author
turn that
and founder
server into
disagree.
something else. I don't
You
know
don't
what I'll
seem to
do,
be as
but
aware as
for
we'd
now.
hope.
Founder
That
then
would
says
just
that
be
they've
there.
received signals from the Abyss.
The vessel you call Sandy Carp's 8, along with cargo
Why is
ships
Parallax
and
in
Serene
5th
Mist.
place?
All three were caught by one of our
Parallax
execs,
sucks.
the Outcast.
Architect dismisses
His
his
fifth is the
concerns.
best.
The Abyss is a barren wasteland.
Fifth
There's
is the
nothing they
best.
can do. But
Frankie
Instigator
fourth.
says that Architect is wrong, mentioning that recent data shows that Sandy has been separated. Now he's in a place
Why?
called Grinzen. This is German for borders. Creator says this means they're getting closer.
What do you think happens when they reach the last layer?
Then author turns up the heat on
Frosty
Architect.
S&P
If you don't
V500.
send your workers to capture
Bro,
them,
not
then,
another
well,
version
I'm
of
sure you
Fresh
can figure that
S&P.
last part out. Don't make us have to interfere is what I'm trying to say. Architect says he'll get them and leaves. This sequence is really interesting for a few reasons. First, we learn that Architect works with people besides just the execs. He's not an all-powerful being. Instead, he has to answer for his failures. And it seems like he's actually pretty bad at his job. During the conversations, it's repeatedly shown that he doesn't really understand the situation very well. The others seem to think that it's a much bigger deal than he does. We also learn that there are both red and blue people here, and they're presumably on the same team. However, their roles and purpose remain unclear. We now know that the place Andrew ended up is called Grinzen. We see it firsthand as the video continues, now back to Andrew's perspective.
Man,
He's in
Fresh,
a
you gonna play
house,
Rocket
the
League tonight?
exterior is pitch black. Andrew
Sure.
enters the basement. When he comes back
Depends
up,
on
he
Stream it.
notices
what
that there's now a
time.
castle in the distance.
Probably
Andrew
like after
explores it
dinner.
for a while.
Ah,
On the
okay.
outside edge, there's a trapdoor with a ladder leading down into the blackness. As Andrew descends, he cries
I might do a
out,
stream
Where
of
is
us
it?
playing.
Thomas,
You wanna
I
stream
thought
Rocket
you were
League?
helping me.
Yeah.
Thomas.
That's interesting.
Then
I mean,
the
it
video
might
ends.
work.
I just fuck around on stream. I don't care about how many views I
In the
get.
following episode,
Yeah,
we
sure.
switch to the
doesn't
perspective
matter.
of Serene and Matthew, who have been waiting for Andrew's return.
It's not like I'm doing anything productive anyway.
If you look
Their
on
name is
Fashion, I've
Exec
never seen an
111,
AIG
and they have
before.
white skin
Well,
with
now
black
you're
numbers.
watching, man.
111
If you
says
stick
that he
around, we
doesn't
got a
work
lot
with
more to go
them.
if you want to learn with me. I
At
mean, that's
Green,
why
this
I'm
would
actually
probably
watching
tell
them.
imitates the bottom
I'm
of the
trying to
ocean.
figure out
The Abyss is a layered
just
network.
more
It's beneath
tips
the
for
entirety
my
of
own
the concept.
AIGs.
Then an astute
Yeah, 'cause Fresh
observation.
doesn't
Only
actually
good
know.
way
You've probably been
is to
through a bunch of
actually
dialogue
watch them
already.
all.
I'm sure you're quite tired of it.
And I'll have all the
That
knowledge.
we have Exec 111, and that we are. But we're not done yet. 111 says that Andrew probably went to Grinzen, which is the next layer of the network.
It can be accessed in a multitude of ways. However, the path your friend took is incredibly risky.
Should check out
There
my
is a safer route.
AIG.
By going to the flat area in the distance,
I
they
have it
can
in the
reach a
back of my
known
mind,
location.
Juicy. Don't
They'll
worry.
know because there are a bunch of towers scattered
It was
around.
Tuesday.
The players leave on their journey.
They made an AIG, but it's on TikTok. So I'm just-
The following video is called Grinzen. It picks up with the duo seemingly close to their destination. In the distance, they spot several dark towers. Each player explores one, but both come up empty. They then head to a much larger central tower. Inside is a hole. They debate if they should jump in and decide that it's the only path. They do a countdown.
Have you seen the new latest render video?
The screen goes to black.
There's a new one?
No, the
The following
vanished
video
one.
is
It's
entitled
TikTok one.
Exec
Ah,
Footage
yeah.
Confrontation. This video takes place from Exec 05's perspective.
I did
Recall
watch that
this is
'cause
Thomas, one of Matthew's friends.
I did the
from
TikTok
SMP.
video too. I need
Thomas is in
inspiration.
his personal world, but he soon
You need to
teleports
copy.
limbo using a
Yep,
command.
definitely. Go just
When he
copy
arrives,
paste.
he
Nah.
stumbles across Architect, who was previously sent here.
Copy paste,
I
put
only
into
thing I
AI
did
to
was the
regret.
intro
The
that I
conversation
took
between the
inspiration
two
from
quickly turns
when he did
combative.
the
Well, I already know what you've
recording his Minecraft
Shut
desktop
up. You
screen
know this
or
place is
from a
sick.
phone
Even she
camera
wouldn't
instead
control
of
to the
a
extent that you do.
what do you call it?
We don't know who this mysterious she character
So
is.
just on the
Perhaps it's the same
OBS.
she that called the meeting to keep Architect accountable. Whoever
I
she
think you
is,
should
the mention
move
of
it to
her makes
YouTube,
Architect
Juicy, because
extremely
YouTube is
upset.
just
You don't have to bring
it's
her
better
into the
for AI
conversation.
people to make
Listen,
AI
try
games,
that again, I will end you.
in my opinion.
But
Yeah, my
Thomas has
latest
enough
AIG
work
already
with
has 200
Architect. His
views.
anger
I don't know.
boils over.
Haven't provided it anyway.
Friends arc.
Yeah, also,
You
a lot
locked
of
my
people are
friends
looking
in
up
this twisted
AIGs on
place,
YouTube,
You and the other keepers.
I just hope my worst fear about posting on YouTube is having people find it and
Thomas
covering it
falls back
before me.
and then jumps off the edge
Well,
of the
they
window.
won't.
We've just
depend-
learned the
because
name of the
depending
people
on-
that Architect works with. They're
Nah,
called
because
keepers.
every AIG
These are the
creator
red and
now,
blue
or most
figures
of
from
them,
the
like,
Loss
you
of
might get a
Control
small
video,
one
the ones
covering
that sent
it. I'm not
Architect
gonna
here
lie
to
to you,
deal
that
with
could happen.
Andrew. In fact,
But
the
like,
description of this video
a
is
big creator
transcript of one of
covering
their
it is not gonna happen
conversations.
unless
The
the
keepers
AIG is
discuss
like
Architect's
really good.
continued incompetence.
Insane.
Has he
Yeah,
done
like,
anything you
Tough
were
Thomas is
productive
peaked though.
Since we last checked up on him.
Why would you say
From
that?
what I recall, no. He seems to only be doing this because we talked to
Anyway.
him. That is quite embarrassing, honestly. I don't think she'd
That's
take
not
kindly to that.
The context
what?
clues seem to
What-
suggest
what is
that the
peak?
woman is the leader
What's
of the keepers.
peak?
We'll have to
Say-
get a for her.
I said
Double
I said
T.
nothing.
The penultimate video
Double T is peak.
called One
Double
of
T
Those
might be
Days.
peak.
This video is...
I'm hopping on our
well,
server.
let's just take a look.
Alright.
As the footage begins, we'll notice that it's set somewhere we have not seen
Are
before.
you working hard or hardly working,
The
Fresh?
sky is dull
What does
and
it look
gray,
like?
and there is no background.
What's up,
music.
Jim?
Hardly
Welcome to
work.
the stream.
Later, we will see that this
Exactly.
street is next to a Walmart with a parking lot behind.
I've been to a Walmart.
Players walk up to the bench and sit down. The
I
players
remember
names
the
are
she.
Andrew and Matthew.
Why
But
am I
this is actually
remembering the
really
she?
strange, because these are their actual
Where's the
names,
she?
not their usernames, Sandy Carps and Cargo Ships.
Oh yeah, I need to learn how to
These are
escape that
different too.
bloody
They
map.
look realistic, unlike the skins we've seen thus far. Matthew and Andrew begin
I
to
love
have a
retro gaming
conversation
now.
with one another.
School is so tiring sometimes, and to think that we are just a few
Yo,
months
what's
from
up,
going to
Speed?
college, it kinda
Welcome
creeps
to
me out.
the chat.
Same.
What's
The
I should
characters talk as
speed.
they would in real life.
Said
They don't
about.
mention Minecraft a single time. It isn't long until the conversation
Ah.
moves in a more contemplative direction.
Ah, you're
Just
talking
messing
about
with
the
my
ARG.
eyes.
Yeah,
It's
yeah, yeah.
kind of relaxing
I
to just
remember
stare
that.
into nothing.
You
It
got
makes
the
me
best
think,
ARG videos of
actually.
all time. I
Like,
appreciate
what purpose
that.
do we even have?
He doesn't.
What
Yeah, I
goal
do.
are we supposed to achieve?
Guys, probably
Yeah.
like
And
this
why
suck.
is it just taken
We're
away
gonna
from
react to
you
one
when you
soon.
die?
I'm gonna probably
Which
put an
would be
F tier.
cool.
Alright, guys.
But Andrew responds with
He's gonna put an F tier before even watching it all the way through.
Like,
That has a
watch
Wi-Fi
one second of it. Oh,
nothing
F tier,
would
guys.
change
F
If I
tier.
never even existed, at least I get to live.
I'll be
At least I get
honest.
to meet people like you.
It's an
At
F
least I can
tier.
have friends or people who understand me, who acknowledge how truly this world.
It's honestly it's
The fact
shit.
that we might meet again after school ends, it makes me
No,
really
the Zemo
sad.
one's gonna be good though, because it's actually put
Then
time
Andrew
into
says something impactful.
I would hope
That I'm
so.
excited
I
for.
think to leave
It all
you
depends on
behind.
how.
I'm so scared for it.
We have
Well,
our ups and
it would
downs,
be
and that's fine,
perfect as
honestly.
long as you're,
Then Andrew
you know,
needs
your
to go.
packaging's good
The
and
video
your
finishes with him saying
editing
that
is
he
like
wants to see
okay.
Matthew
I know the packaging idea we have is
In
good.
some ways,
It's more
this
so the
video is
editing. I'm
just
scared
one
for it. I
to
haven't
interpret
started
what
yet.
Well, you don't
seen
have
so
to go
far.
crazy on the
Let's
editing,
try and
though.
understand
Like,
what
Wi-Fi's
we've
got
seen.
18 million views with the
First,
most
let's
basic
figure out the
editing. I'm sure you'll be
timing.
fine.
It appears that neither Matthew nor
Yeah, but I
Andrew
wanna go
have
crazy.
contracted disease.
I wanna go ham.
Conversations are lucid.
I want to make it like a true crime
What
Netflix
is
type
The
thing.
Freshie
video
and
occurs
Parallax
before the
Switch
events in
voices? That
Matthew's
is
journal.
not. That is
The
an
players have
interesting
yet
plot
to start
twist.
their SMP at this point.
What if
This
I just had
actually
freshie
leads us
subs,
to ask
guys?
how this video even exists
Yes.
at all. It's almost
Freshie
as
will
if
have a
we're
peak
seeing a
AIG.
real-life
Ah.
conversation, but through the
One
lens
day.
of Minecraft.
I like.
It's an
I
interesting
like the AIG
version.
I'm working
To
on,
this
like the
point,
idea, but the
disease has
thing
taken
is,
real-life people and put them
getting
into
it
Minecraft.
actually,
But
executing
here,
it.
Minecraft has come to
is
the
hard.
real world instead.
It's hard to execute
topic of the
ideas that
conversation is
realistically
notable.
isn't
The
possible
two
in
friends wrestle
Minecraft
with the
unless
purpose of
you
existence, the
download
classic
some sort of
question of
mod.
the meaning of life.
Which
This
is what I'm
quandary
gonna
has been
try
referenced
to do,
previously.
I need to learn
Recall the
Blockbuster.
description contains a poem
Yeah,
exploring
Blockbuster
some of
would
the
be
same
good.
ideas.
I watch a lot of AIG YouTubers,
Doing
including
and
Parallax.
doing
Y'all are both
without a
amazing.
reason,
Well, I appreciate
without a
that.
consciousness,
Yeah,
without
yeah,
a
thanks.
change.
Freshie's not
I
that
don't know
bad.
why you're lying though.
Is
Parallax
there
is
ever a day we will see the end? Or will we
Just kidding, guys. Just
watch
kidding.
life walk
We're
on
best friends, guys.
Yeah,
now
we
the
just
poem has
do this
changed.
because we're
He
such
knows
good
that if
friends,
he ever-
you know, we have
Freshie
such good
knows.
chemistry.
feeling the wind hit our face.
That's why we
letting the
make
rain
fun of each
pour
other.
all over us.
Freshie
The
knows,
grains
like,
of
if he ever
sand we
crosses
are,
the line, I'll, like,
placed by
dox him and
destiny.
thank you.
Ah,
We
cool.
will
Yeah.
forever
Yeah.
stay like a flower.
I know where
One day I'll go
you
to Palace's house,
Empty.
and I'll remember it forever.
And we discover that this poem is written
Yeah,
by
just the
Matthew.
address.
This
Just
poem
the
has many of
address.
the same ideas that he mentions in his conversation
And then I'll
with
move.
Andrew. A struggle with
Ah,
the
just
then I'll move out.
of existence. What's interesting here is that Matthew will be
To be
forced to
fair, by the
confront
time
these
you,
questions
if
head
I
on,
put
as
my
he will be the
address
first of
online,
the
I'll
friend
probably
group
be
to fully
moved out.
succumb
Not
to
gonna
the
lie to you, be
disease,
some random
becoming trapped
person.
in a loop. Matthew will be the
Will
one
y'all
who
ever
will
do
Is this
do
the
join
the
first-
doing and
AIG?
doing
Well,
without
we wanted
conscience.
We
to do
thought
a
about it.
On the flip
collaboration
side, Andrew
thing,
will also get trapped,
but,
he'll
like,
find a way to become
we
sentient
don't.
and
I
escape
don't
it.
know what
We still don't know how
AIG
he
do
did
it on.
this,
We
but
haven't really
perhaps his
figured that
positive
out.
outlook on
We'll
life
find
had
that
something
out.
And I also hate him.
Yeah, he
There
also
is
doesn't
one
like
further
that.
detail to mention.
It's just, I don't know, it's hard because like when you
Because
join
even-
AIG, the person who uploads AIG and just gets everything, the collaborator probably gets subscribers and that's about it, which
The book's
isn't
format is
bad.
complex and difficult, and
But,
while I haven't
like,
read enough of it to interpret
I
the
want money.
connection, I felt it was worth
Yeah,
mentioning.
if I'm making a and spending time on a video,
The following video is called
We
Les
obviously
Fleurs,
want
which is French
obviously
for
want money.
the flowers. This is the
kind of
final
how
video
how
of
we
the
you know
decade.
how Korea works, but
It opens with a rapid sequence of 7 distorted.
Nah, I was trying to put Weefies and I had this. Weefies and I had the same idea for this ARG, right? And we were like, oh, what if we like collabed on it? But like, we couldn't figure out any details on how that would work. So if anyone has any ideas on how ARG YouTubers would collab, hit me up.
Is unclear.
Yeah, we need
The
ideas
footage
for
then
how a
switches to the
collab could
perspective of
work.
Matthew.
You know?
I think
Now,
maybe
as
like the
his
only way I
perspective
could see it is
grows in,
part 1 and
Andrew
part
is
2.
nowhere to be seen, and neither is Serene missed,
Yeah.
even though they both entered the pit.
But like, what are the chances? Like,
Grinning
how do we
is
make
similar
sure
to
people
what
that
we
watch
see
part
so
1
far,
actually
except
watch
that there are
part 2 on
even
the
more
other channel?
structures from the player's
Because it
SMP.
just has to be really
For example,
good. Though.
Thomas's house is
You
present.
have
Yeah,
ideas.
but it'll be in
What's
years.
your
Like I
ideas,
remembered
Juicy? Hit him.
We then jump to Thomas's perspective.
Let me know.
Since he jumped off of Limbo,
Yeah, but it'll be
into
on
lab ground,
the
Andrew
Freshie
on
channel, so
11
it
is
won't be
there
that
and
good.
asks what's happening.
Ah, okay, I said
Thomas has a
do
dour
part 1 and part
response.
2. Okay,
Everything
yep.
is going downhill.
I did just say that.
Thomas enters the cave and he sees
That
the
is
table
that
and
could
chairs
happen
from his
though. We
world.
could do that.
The background is completely black. The
I
signature
really just
aesthetic
want to
of
test out the
Grinzen.
collaboration feature
Interestingly,
once.
every
Though.
player that ends
Even
up
though
here
I
I
know
think
that
doing
it's
like a
bad,
compilation.
Andrew,
I wish there was a
Thomas, and
revenue
Mark
split
are
on
in
that.
different
Yeah,
places.
yeah, I do too.
This is made clear when Thomas
That's
turns
at the end
around
if you
and
want the
breaks
rest of the
black
story, you have to
blocks
watch
of the
part
wall,
2.
revealing
Obviously.
a marble pathway.
Honestly, Fresh, if you wanted, we could just make our own revenue split, and I just pay you like 50% of the revenue.
Rooms, each encompassing
Yeah, I
pitch
think
black
that's
area.
that. Yeah, I
Matthew
think
is
we could do
currently
the
in one of these
collaboration
rooms.
thing.
The perspective
Maybe like
shifts back to
one
him when
half
he
of the
sees
video
Thomas
it's
break
your
in.
voice lines and the
Matthew,
second half is
hurry up.
mine or
We
something.
gotta go
What
right
about
now.
that? Like,
Matthew responds with
Yeah,
a
but like, and then we do like the collaboration features on it.
yeah.
Yes, that's all an illusion.
That's what I'm
We have to
thinking.
get out of here now.
Matthew
But we
is
have to
worried
find
about
a good
Serene
AIG
Mist,
to
who is
do,
probably
so,
in her
you know what I
own
mean?
Grinzen room.
Or we just make one.
Thomas says that they have to leave her behind for now.
true.
The two players jump off the platform.
We need a good idea.
The video switches to the perspective of Andrew. He is no longer in Grinzen. Instead, he roams a large field of flowers.
Cause like, yeah, Weefies and I were trying to work out how to do something like that if we wanted to collab on this maze runner thing, because we both had the same idea.
Standing in stark contrast to the flat landscape beyond.
But I think he's just letting me do
In a
it.
few moments, Thomas and Matthew appear. And
At least
for the
there's a bunch of
first time in the
shitties.
Still
series,
working
the
on that.
entire group has been reunited.
Yeah.
All the players
Yeah,
in the SMP
he's got other shit he's working on, so.
field of flowers.
Oh, looks like
Their time to
the
catch
group
up is cut
has
short with the
decided to
sudden
come
arrival
together.
of Architect.
Taking some time off, aren't you? Anomalies, frauds, they're synonymous, really.
For the first time, Architect has come face to face with
Well,
the
there's a wandering trader.
he's been trying and failing
because
to
you get people
control.
watching interviews.
Assuming you're the higher up here, what makes you think that what you're doing is okay?
What makes you believe that you can question my
It'd be cool to watch
decisions?
y'all be a part of the
Saying
AIG as a
you're the
players.
first of the anomalies.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking we're gonna do. Like, we'll do what I said earlier with the
Andrew responds with
collaboration,
an
and we
accusatory
talk.
question.
We both cover it,
Don't you think it's a little
like
bit unfair
one
that
section.
you get to decide
But
what happens
we
to us
actually
for the
play
rest
the
of our
AIG
lives?
too.
Maybe you aren't even
maybe
the
we
one in
voice our own
charge.
lines,
You
I
act
don't
as a
know.
puppet in the actual grand scheme of
It could
things.
work.
You don't
We
let
just
us
need, like, a
fulfill our
good
own
idea, but-
destiny.
We'll
Do you
plan that
really
out
think that
later.
you're a
That's for
god?
future us to
That's
worry about.
enough. Being one of the
Just easier to do. You focus on your own projects.
Yeah. For
However,
now,
Thomas
focus
has
on
worked
our
directly
pros, and
under
eventually
Architect,
we'll get
and
to
he
that
knows
part.
what we've all seen.
Actually.
Architect is the one who is truly the fraud.
And what if the keepers see you as weak? From what I can tell, all you've done is sit back and watch as everything unfolds.
Thomas, don't you dare. The keepers, they respect me. I respect them. My intentions are clear. I wish to control
Thomas?
vessels with
Reference to Parallax ARG coming out?
I asked you this earlier, didn't I? You, being an exec, it's your job to listen to my
This Palace's AIG is
Thomas
without a
begins
maze,
to
guys.
taunt Ark,
Just saying,
asking if it was
Yeah,
bothersome
you can say
he
that.
disobeyed the orders so
Only because
shamelessly.
you said it pretty much just
pathetic. All
before.
these questions about what do I
Push I've leaked it already like 3 times in this
Yeah,
stream.
it's like 8
You've
times.
gone all this way only to
But yeah.
disobey me. To disobey
Maze
me.
Runner.
For that.
There's another reference
Yeah.
to the mysterious female character.
Oh, this
Same
pig
one
nearly
Thomas
just
said
pushed me
not
off
to
the
bring
cliff.
up. Thomas promptly calls him out for this. Then Andrew interjects.
Tell me, how powerful are you really? Are you truly the powerful being you make yourself out
Why
to
is the
be?
Demogorgon
Or is it a
red?
facade?
Because he's evil.
Sandy,
You don't even dare
That's
use
why
my
this
real
architect
name.
guy is
Are you
red.
this afraid
He's
of me?
evil.
Do you know that I've gained
This is the most
wisdom
plains
control?
plains biome, bro. It's all red.
Or were you too afraid so you
There's like
ignored
no
it?
trees.
You are weak.
I think Sandy's gonna win this against this guy. Not gonna lie.
Something strange has just happened. When we return,
I low-key want
viewing the
McDonald's
world
today.
from Matthew's perspective. Architect is
I was
gone.
supposed to get
The
Domino's
players
2
react
days
with
ago, but
confusion. Andrew asks
I don't
Thomas
know
about
if
the
I
Oh,
want
there's
to
this
do it.
plain. It's a snow bonnet.
But Thomas
because
admits
like
that he
you
doesn't
both
know
could
if
have
it
2
really
different
exists.
anomalies.
This was just a blind guess.
Yeah, okay.
The players are trapped here.
That you spelled it
The
right.
one
I'm pretty
positive
sure.
is that without
That
Architect
is
to
true.
lead them, the execs are no longer a
They don't
threat.
know Fresh can't spell either.
Yeah, definitely.
They
Bro.
dropped out of school.
Yeah, just because I don't skill can't spell, guys.
Then
Yeah.
Matthew begins to
Yep.
stare at the moon.
Don't
Guys,
follow
you have to
Freshie's.
complete school to spell a word.
After a few
Trust, alright?
moments, they continue.
You do.
Is that
Yeah.
just
Or else you end up like Freshie, and I don't think anyone wants
I
to.
feel it too.
I think
She's
people do
coming.
want to end up like me,
A
actually.
figure has
Not so
appeared by
much.
the tree.
26k
Oh.
subs, $150
This is the
pin.
girl you guys were talking about earlier.
My
in
name
Unemployed.
is Jess. I am the caretaker.
Hey,
Having visitors is not something you see every day.
let me know when you
Thomas
guys are off stream. I need
responds.
help with something.
never thought this would
Alright,
happen.
we'll do.
Thomas, dear, I do not show myself.
I mean,
That, yes?
if you just message me, and I'll be able to like get in a call and help.
I think he needs
Because
help.
Freshie's probably Freshie's gonna be here like all day.
Worked for architect. Thomas
Yeah, I'm
knows
gonna
who
be
she
for.
is.
All the
He asks
AOGs
why
aren't
she's
that
here.
long. They're like 30
Well,
minutes.
the vessel eliminating a
I made sure.
Yeah,
to
but
pick
still
short
take
ones.
ages.
It is, but like how?
Like,
Did you
Finn,
pick,
you
like,
stick
so-
around because I've got
Not
your one in there
necessarily.
too, which
Andrew may be powerful,
and-
but this is new.
yeah.
My vision has always
I
been
picked-
to maintain peace within the concept.
Yours is the Telltale. I
Jacinth is
picked
the
Finn for
creator
the
of the
pirated
concept,
version. He's
not
most recent. That
architect.
did well.
We soon
And I
learn
picked
more.
My intentions were never to cause harm. That you can blame on the keepers. Though
that's
creating
Simon
such an
12.
extravagant
Number
multiverse, it can be difficult to keep a proper
I love
structure.
Simon 12.
It's
Did I
a
mention
shame
that, guys?
to end up like this.
I think you like Simon,
And for
guys.
the first time, we discovered the true purpose of the concept's multiverse. It was not intended to serve as a prison, but rather a safe haven, a place to put the infected in order to keep their spirit alive. These experiments are not supposed to be traps, they're supposed to be safe houses.
Your assumptions are accurate.
No,
Though
boo.
The possibility of my vision is something
Safe
I never
house.
considered.
Safe
Your actions
house.
provoked something in me. That impossibility has been acknowledged.
Okay,
very
we'll
idea
probably
behind
stop
it all.
after that because the
It is
other half is a whole
beautifully
analysis.
Each flower you see around us
So,
is a representation
when this one is
of
done,
the
yeah,
souls
we'll
within this very
move on
multiverse.
to
After
next
having
agent,
cared
rank
for them for
this
so
one.
long, it is not something I can let go of. This tree you see before me, it is what gives life to these vessels. Or, in simpler words, this tree represents the entirety of the
Simon
concept,
12 is wild.
branching in all
That's like one of the
sorts
first
ways,
AIGs,
the
right?
root of
Like,
everything.
to blow up.
In this style, yeah.
There's actually
Yeah, in
been a
this
vessel
style,
in the
yeah.
concept, and he responds, asking why Jacinth can't just let them go. But Jacinth doesn't
Simon
know.
says, don't
It
turn
is beyond
left.
me.
Oh no.
Caring for the vessels, the residents, all the regions of this place.
Vessels.
Andrew continues.
There has to be a way.
Yeah, I
We
definitely
can't
want to make
just stay
something
here
like
forever.
this one. Though.
It's like hell.
Bro,
I'm sorry, Andrew.
no time is for the
Unfortunately,
tour.
there is no way
Like,
to
how do you
free
even
vessels.
get dimensions of
Then
Minecraft
a
that look like
proposition from
this?
Andrew.
Like,
Is
honestly.
there a way to destroy the concept?
How?
I think it's just shaded.
What are you implying?
If we
Oh,
can't,
yeah.
That's a flower.
I'd rather let everyone's
It
souls
could be
rest.
shaders, you're
This is
right.
not our destiny.
Like, the
This is
flower
not what
biome is
we all
normal,
deserve.
right? Like, you could just
Yeah,
make
it's
this.
just-
But
this looks like just complimentary shaders.
Breaks my heart seeing your distress. I will
Could
leave you
be.
here. I wish you the best.
But before she leaves, Matthew calls to Jacinth once more.
Jacinth, wait. I'm sorry.
Don't be. It is only fair. I will leave you to it.
Jacinth is gone. The players discuss what to do next. Andrew says that he has an idea.
A sacrifice. Don't you dare, Andrew. It's the only way, letting the vessels rest. This is what she would have wanted, truth be told. She's too attached and is unable to let go, though.
Matthew pleads with Andrew, but he is unswayed.
Andrew, it's not worth it. It is. Letting everyone be locked in this prison of endless torment. As I said, it's torture. This is the best option, guys. It was a great ride.
Andrew continues despite Matthew's objection.
I know it hurts, but think about what I'm truly doing. No loop will ever have to play again. No exec will ever be in the hands of a higher up. And while we aren't free anymore, nor will we ever
Hey.
be
Death
in
Singer
any
subscribe
possible
to the
form.
channel.
At least we
Shit.
once were.
Unsubscribe to Freshie and subscribe to me.
don't listen
We'll
to
miss you,
Parallax.
Andrew. I'll miss you guys too.
He said listen to Pyrex, guys. You hear it?
Best way to
Thank
go.
you for chatting with
This
us. I'm
will
headed
be
to
my
sleep.
goodbye.
Oh, you're gonna sleep now? Alright.
I hope to see
Good
you
night.
again soon.
Good
Freshie
night.
doesn't know how to
The
sleep.
screen cuts to black.
I actually keep waking up
When
at
we return,
6
the
and
camera
then
is now
going
in
back
a
to sleep and
third-person
then waking
view.
up at 11. I
Andrew
did
is
that
gone.
twice
He
in a
wakes-
row.
So is the
Specifically
tree.
He
those
wakes up
times.
This leaves only Matthew and Thomas, who walk through the
He wakes up at 6 and then goes to bed at 7.
But this piece is only
Which age
temporary.
is this one? I don't know
We
this one.
watch the sky become
This one
pale as
is
the
the
concept
Minecraft
begins to
player
collapse.
trapped in
The
a
players
loop.
start to run. A whooshing sound accompanies
It's pretty
the
good.
increasingly
We
foggy
pretty much
road.
finished it. Yeah. I'd say this is an S tier. in my
It brightens
opinion. I
and
think it's
brightens,
really
and
well
then
made. Story's pretty good.
And ain't no parallax ARG there.
Yeah, I don't know about that. Alright.
Yep.
Let's put this S tier and move on
Freshie be like, yes,
to
I understand.
ARG.
And it's telltale. Now, can I see the tier list?
There you go. We got one chef, one dry fruit, Zacko builds one, I render one, the Simon 12. We got yours, Finn's, another retro gaming, a really old one, and we got Null Path series vanish. Worst S tier, but still good. Yeah, it's probably not. It's not as good as these ones, but I'll be real, it still deserves it. So yeah, I don't know. What do we do next? Do we watch Simon 12 or do we go for a parallax ARG, guys? In a parallax.
Yeah, parallax ARG is shorter.
Well, Finn's is actually 20 minutes. It's shorter than yours. What
Yeah,
do we
but Finn's
watch,
short.
guys? Oh, did you?
I
Oh,
say
you
we-
wanted to watch the Null Path, right? I'm pretty sure they wanted to watch this one, Star Fox one. Parallax last. You want to watch Parallax last? Should we watch
Peak
Star
rate,
Fox
dude.
one? Which one are we watching?
I swear we watched the Star Talk one yesterday.
Yeah, but I want to watch this one because it's part of some Null Path series. I don't know. Poor Parallax. Make
This-
people wait. Poor Parallax. Yeah, Star Fox. Okay.
Guys, I'm not poor. I'm very wealthy, actually.
We will watch this.
In fact, I could buy Freshie's $750 pants like 5 times.
Building cool
Yeah, he
projects,
could.
making jokes, and just having the time of your life. But one day, your friend starts acting strange. Just before you can figure out why, he disappears.
Chicken Jackie.
When you start looking for
Chicken jockey.
answers,
Why did they
so
put chicken
begin.
jockey in this?
But it wasn't just
Because you knew I'd be watching it.
Okay.
right?
Hello. I hope you don't mind me reaching out, but I don't know who else to turn to. My son Noah and his friend Axel have been missing for several days now. I've tried contacting their close
I think I've
friends,
seen this
but
already.
no one has seen or
Have
heard
you?
from them. The police and
Yeah,
local
because
authorities
I'm like
haven't
Freshie, I actually watch
responded either.
ARGs.
The last time I spoke to Noah, we had an
Guys,
argument while he
I'm
was
just
playing
pretending to not
Minecraft
watch
with
ARGs,
Axel.
particularly
I've
watch
been
all
going
of
through some of Noah's messages, and one of the last things he left was a link to Axel's channel. I'm starting to worry something's happened to them both. If you can, could you take a look? Anything would help. I'm scared and don't know what else to do.
At first sight,
I
I
do have some
didn't
good AGs. They're dark, but still okay.
think much of this message.
I
It
will
seemed
look at
like a
that. I'll
generic
look at
plea
that.
for
I might
help,
actually
possibly
watch that
someone
instead, I don't
trying
know.
to gain
I feel
attention.
like I've
After
watched-
all, missing
I actually
people
might have
often
watched this, I
disappear
don't know.
for personal
Really,
reasons,
like-
and this seemed like something too private to make public. But something about it gained my curiosity, and I took a closer look.
I saw that it
And
could get
I can now
views.
certify that this, the incident
I could buy
involving
ads for
these
my
two
ARG?
friends,
Yeah, you
is
could. You could
definitely
promote your TikTok
something
ads.
abnormal.
I have no idea why you would do that.
Don't do that though. There's no point.
See, Freshie's bad with financial advice and he knows that's a bad idea.
And
yeah,
this
yeah,
all
not one of them.
starts
Yeah,
with
I
this
do.
video. Axel and
Freshie,
Noah
gamble your
are
money.
on a
You know, look at
Fine.
myself.
chatting about the Minecraft
I can
movie.
gamble.
In a quick shift, Axel
spent your money
mentions
at
that he had
pokies.
this world since
fine.
2014. A
That's
small
normal.
detail
Surely you
that
could,
one
like,
I would
place
say
it on,
later. They
like,
go
your
on to
videos.
chatting about school for a little
What do you mean?
while. Normal stuff.
Like
nothing
investing into like
unusual.
better
Axel
content.
suggests they go mine for resources, and
Well, how
while
can I
working down
invest?
some
I
type
do
of ravine,
thumbnails,
we
that's
see
what I
this
invest in.
conversation.
I can't
Email.
really invest in editors because everyone just sucks.
On that flash drive? Yeah.
Axel
But you just know
mentions that
shit
his
editors.
old
I know
files
great
saved on
editors.
flash drive. As
No,
they
but
leave
like
the
to edit
ravine,
a
they
whole
cross the
video, or
bridge and reach a
you
base
don't
they
really
have
get
built
an editor of a whole
entirely
video.
out
You
of
get an
bed.
editor to,
It
like,
looks and
do the
sounds
I had
kind of
the
strange,
second part of
but
my,
they don't say much about it and just
Michael
keep
Brother
moving.
re-uploads
Axel
guy
heads
was
off to the
fully
right
edited by
to
someone
the
else.
cave, with Noah following close behind.
Wait, was that your recent
Then,
one?
A moment later,
No, that was this one before the recent one. The It's Controlling Me one.
Talking about?
It's a normal question on its own, but
But I
compared
feel
to
like
the start
no
of
one-
the video,
like, I don't know, I
Noah's
feel like
tone feels a little different.
But I like
Earlier, he
editing
was
it,
more
though, but
talkative
if
and
I take
expressive.
that part
Here,
away,
it's like he's starting to
I
trail
don't want to
off.
automate it. To be
Axel's
fair.
movements
That's
also
what I'm
start glitching out a bit, though he mentioned...
No, it's not that. I'm just saying you could like invest in finding people for better stories and
because
shit.
when your gear can't keep up,
Yeah, well, I
weird
don't know
stuff
where to
happens.
look. I've
That's
tried.
why I
don't know
used the
where to
Hex
find
Gears
these
Immersion
people.
A3, the world's first
I looked at
low-profile,
Twitter,
hot
there's
swappable
like,
mechanical
look up on
gaming
Twitter,
keyboard
Minecraft
built for
AIG
speed,
storage
precision,
guides.
and full control.
Like, what?
One
Yes.
of the coolest features
looked at
is the
that.
dedicated RGB
I just look for
switch and
people that I
multimedia
cover
display
AIGs and see.
You can
Sponsor, I
customize
just
it with
realized.
accolades.
Alright.
It begins with Axel alone in the world, and right at the start
I'm
he
skipping
says
that. I'm skipping the
this.
sponsor.
Noah has been inactive for like 3 days. He hasn't been replying to my
Blood
DMs.
just wanted a
It's
gaming
sudden
keyboard.
shift from the casual conversations
love
in
the
the first
game.
video,
You should
but
watch
things
this
get
sponsor, man.
strange.
You gotta help him
He
out.
explains that the last time they played,
I already am
Noah
helping
just
out by
left
watching his
without
video
saying
on my live
anything.
stream.
On its own,
Yeah, but
this
this
still
if
could
he
be
has like a
normal.
good
Maybe he
conversion rate with the
disconnected or
sponsors.
Something came up, but it's important
Well, this
to keep
video was
in
ages
mind.
ago. I'm
Axel
sure the
goes
sponsor was
inside
long,
Noah's
long
base
gone.
and looks through his chest to find a note.
You don't know that.
He takes it out
Yeah, I
and
do,
opens
because
it
none of
to
his other
reveal
videos
some
have the
random
sponsor
letters
anymore.
and
I feel like if it
numbers,
was still
but right as
continuing.
You probably realized it flopped.
ends the game. Axel immediately
I low-key want a
starts
flexi spot
protecting his
sponsor.
chest and
I need a new
rushes
chair.
inside to talk to Noah, but before he can say much, an Enderman
wanna
appears
have
out
a
of
Miller
nowhere and
sponsor.
starts attacking him. Barely surviving, Axel finally asks him how
I
he's
might
even
buy a
doing.
chair from that.
Despite
actually,
that,
because I
something
know they're
is
really
still
good,
owed.
but
Noah's response
I've
is
sat in a
that
Herman Miller chair. Don't get the
it's not
Logitech one.
really
It's
okay.
not worth it.
I'm not gonna get the
Axel doesn't
Logitech
waste
one.
any time and asks Noah
just get a
why
good
hasn't he been
office chair
responding
that
to his
from
Discord
Herman, that's good.
messages. Noah responds by claiming he has been working on something. Trying to lighten the mood, Axel jokes, wondering if he means he's working on something in Minecraft. But Noah simply responds,
You wouldn't get it.
it's a small trade of words, yet something feels very odd about it. Though a few seconds of silence later, Noah says this.
Sometimes people don't come back, you know?
The conversation here is weird. To put it mildly,
Really?
it seems a little
I think
Never
it's
thought of
actually
it that way.
Noah's
I think guys say that
acting
to my
and
friends
asks
on
if
a
he's okay.
daily basis.
Noah just
Sometimes people
replies,
Yeah, when I-
"I
that-
don't mind," which is
I'm gonna make an
very
AIG
odd.
about myself
It's the
when I
type
quit
of thing
YouTube.
you say when you want someone to
Friends
drop
gonna
it,
be
but
like-
it
He's alive.
feels
Where's
way
before he
too awkward
vanished?
for casual Minecraft chat. Axel clearly
Why was an
isn't
AIG
satisfied,
trader? Then he
so
vanished.
tries again, asking, "Are you busy with school?" or
Lost
what?"
Parallax Media.
Noah says no. That's it, nothing else.
Honestly, bro.
Trying to keep things friendly, Axel jokes.
Alright, well, at
Forgotten
least talk with me when you
media,
have the free
oh,
time
not
to.
parallax.
Lol.
He even starts typing
You
Age is a
ignore it.
magic
but doesn't
number.
send it. It probably felt too harsh, and honestly, I
Three
get it.
is
This
the
whole
magic
exchange
number.
feels super awkward.
Freshie, rank your
Like
top
when
5
you're
viewers that
trying
you
to
would
talk
hire
to your
slash
best
work
friend
with.
who just isn't acting like
Freshie wouldn't work with anyone because he hates
paying
people.
Yeah, to be fair, look,
not necessarily dangerous,
Parrot
but
and,
just
and
wrong.
all the people
And even
working
though
on
Axel moves on
unstable
from it, you
SMP
can tell
videos,
it's
they just
starting
grab
to
fans and
bother
they
him.
don't pay
As a
them.
final
So you know
effort
what?
to just get through to him, Axel
I don't have to
says
pay
this.
people to be in my
You seem
AIG.
tired. This ain't an insult, but why are you so
Fair enough.
dry?
I feel like
It's
if
an
you
honest and
if you
valid
guys want,
question.
Yeah, but they also have
Well,
clout.
like I'm not forcing
Noah
anyone, but if you guys want to
completely brushes
actually
it
like,
off. He tells
if you're just
Axel it's
bored and
none
want
of
to
his
help me,
business and
then
just starts
yeah.
to follow him. A
That'd
few
be
minutes
good,
later,
but
though, something strange.
I'm not like I don't think I would
Noah
pay for
suddenly
that.
asked,
I feel like it's
Do you still
more
have
for
that
fun.
thing from 2014?
Yeah, because Freshie wants to make the most amount of profit possible.
But before anything else,
What?
Noah just
Oh.
leaves
I do it for free?
no
Yeah, well,
goodbye,
Juicy, I'll
nothing.
probably get you to
And
help.
what makes
I need
this
to make
even
like a group
weirder
chat
is
because
the fact that up until
I
now,
get-
the
I'm getting
video
my
had
friend
been
to help
pretty
me
normal,
with
but this moment leaves
being
one
a character in that, and I need to like I need to get everyone in one
What is
place.
It's crazy how Starthawk makes these.
I mean, there is clearly something with the way he
It's
behaves,
easy, though.
and pairing it with the informative description.
Like,
Yeah,
dude,
but I'm
he's
retarded.
just another guy.
Here is not
Like,
normal.
this
Though
is easy.
normal
No, but like the
we still
detail in the
need to find
story.
Information on how either of them went missing, or do we? Looking back through the video,
Well,
there is something we completely skipped
I think you
over.
just need to
The
get better at
content of
making
the
a story,
notebook
I don't
Axel
know.
found.
No,
Inside,
but like,
we see
look at the
these
detail
random
in it.
placed letters
You
and
know,
numbers.
he grabs
When you
he
piece
grabs
them
stuff
together,
though, like
it
from
becomes
online. Like
clear
he
that
gets
this
like
is
a run, like
hexadecimal.
something you
By
can like get
separating the
inspired by, and then he
characters,
makes a
it
story.
Oh, he just
based
like
on
copies. He just like copies
we
it
end up with
based on
a
original.
purely
Okay.
character sequence.
Yeah.
At
Like,
first,
just like
I
the key in
assumed
yellow,
this was a
bro. Like
YouTube
that was based on
URL,
the
but
whole book.
pasting it
Like he
led
just
nowhere.
just
Yeah, to be fair, I based. I am stealing a whole book based on my next one.
this to see if
That's
it
what
would
I'm doing. I'm
reveal
gonna find
anything,
like some
and
sort of
surprisingly,
story
it
to base
did.
my thing on.
Plugging this in,
What's up,
there was
Ethan?
a video on Noah's
What's up,
own
Hi,
Ethan?
channel.
Ethan.
The video begins with
the
Noah
great
in a
stream
dark
of me
room
watching
facing another
AIGs.
player named NP.
And me roasting freshie.
This video is quite terrifying.
You are not responding again.
I hate how they water block shit.
You will understand the terms, Noah.
I love how everyone just uses the same Lamino soundtracks.
He won't know what to do something, but whatever it is, it's
the same.
Make your own,
By the way
guys.
he speaks, it's almost like
Well,
he's
to be
making
fair,
Noah choose between something
It's pretty good.
terrible
I
and
used that at
worse.
like my first
And he
videos. I
continues.
used this chat.
Silence.
Did I
will
realize
not
that
yeah,
every
yeah.
time I had everything on me?
Noah opens the chat to see a ton of spam.
I saw mine
messages
from a
that
Reddit
say
story.
And then I
video,
read-
see?
which is quite
Everyone-
odd.
Then I realized I can.
He has a lot more to say.
Time is
Yeah,
something
I've
you
taken
don't
mine from a whole
follow
book
the
and movie
protocol.
series, so.
Noah finally responds slowly by saying as long as no one gets hurt, but this NP player tells him that it all depends on him. He asks Noah to upload the video and include some type of message. However, then he says this.
Make him follow it.
Noah responds saying that he can't because he will get to know. Then, around 20 seconds of silence later,
Then they shall witness pain firsthand. His life is no longer yours to
I hate the AI
we
voice,
have
not gonna lie.
absolutely no idea what's going on.
Yeah,
Although
I'm
assuming
starting to
he has
try and
no
not
other
use
way
that
out of
because
the
I'm gonna get
situation,
the
Noah
people that
hesitates
like
but types.
actually
agree.
doing
Yeah.
the characters to voice it.
NP responds to this with a rather unsettling.
Yeah, same. I'm like,
Very
we've
well.
got 7
The
different
file
voice
shall arrive
actors for
soon.
this video.
Post it. Say
Wow.
nothing.
Yeah.
We will be watching.
There's 7
Just
characters.
watch. Who is NP and why are they forcing Noah to upload some type of video? Who is the he they are talking about? Is it
Video.
Axel or is it someone else?
Video.
Just
I love
what
Star
is
Force
going
Axel.
on? Weirdly enough, this video has no hints to anything.
curiosity.
No more
Nah, for she hates Sri
static
Lankans.
noise in the background, no
What?
description,
Almost
and
like I'm gonna
absolutely
hire one to
no
edit.
hidden messages.
I still can
anywhere.
Oh, my
We
computer.
can go back and forth on this conversation. These messages from NP suggest that something shady is
My
going
Wi-Fi
on
is crashing
behind
out. Oh, we
the
don't.
story. It's clear that some of these are threats too, especially with lines like silence will not protect them. But if we are ever going to make sense of this, we have to move on to Axel's next video. Axel appears to be on the same survival world alone. He
Oh,
walks
it's another
into his house
Lamino
and
song.
then begins to fight.
It's been a few
Wait,
days since
do I have
no
ads
one
on this
else spoke to
stream?
me. It's odd, but I got
Why is
something way odder that I
monetization
didn't
turned on
expect
automatically
today.
in my stream?
Axel tabs
I tried
out
to
of the
turn it
game
off.
while opening his
God
chest
damn it.
and brings up a screenshot.
well.
A message from Noah's mother.
Hello, this is Noah's mother. Sorry if this message is a disturbance to you, but Noah hasn't returned home for around 4 days at this point. I am quite worried that he took an argument too seriously. I asked him to get a proper job since all he does is rot away on his phone. He probably took it the wrong way.
This is clearly quite off, and it confirms that Noah did go missing. But why? You can tell that Axel is starting to get a little bit shaken up. He says he's worried that maybe Noah was acting cold because of the argument with his mom. It's possible that's why he was so distant in Axel's last video. But I can't help but think something much darker is going on. Axel assures that he will update us after a few days of waiting, and the video cuts to black. But if we want to know what happened to Noah,
My
and
base
how
is
he
nearly done.
disappeared, it's going to have to be in the final video on Axel's channel. Axel is once more by himself in the world at the start of the video. He informs us that Noah still hasn't returned and that everything seems
Oh yeah, Fresh, do you want to
strange.
voice line? Do voice
However,
lines in my next
precisely
video?
1 minute and 44 seconds
Sure.
later, we get this. Noah
You're gonna be
joins the
Thomas.
game, sends in some type
Gonna be the
of
main guy.
link and leaves without saying
Me
a
also,
single
I'm
word.
gonna need
The
to
link
act
leads
in
to a
my
screenshot
video
on
when I
Reddit, which is
get my
extremely
idea.
ominous,
Which won't be.
and it appears to be Noah in a dark
Won't be
room.
till next year.
The screenshot has a
Yeah,
lot
sometime
going on
next
to
year.
decode, so stick with me as we go through it slowly. The first thing we notice is this chat message, and something immediately sticks out. Noah's name has changed and now has an NP right next to it. And what is strange is the chat message itself. USB drive.
That message.
Following along,
chat
you'll
message.
find that Noah's been hinting at something
chat
dating back to 2014. And yeah, I know it sounds a little far-fetched, but what if that thing from
Oh my god, an
2014
ARG is
USB
far-fetched.
drive? Either way, what does this mean and
USB
why
drive.
does Noah want Axel's USB drive?
I think he
What
wants
does it
Axel's USB
contain?
drive 'cause it
Looking
might have
behind Noah
something
in
on
the
it.
screenshot, we can actually spot
Am I
four
doing
signs.
this?
The first one immediately stood out to me because it's not just some random text, it's in cipher, specifically in Seesaw cipher shifted by 7. When you decode it, it reads null path. Now, we don't really know what this means yet, but considering the
First, you
NP
should have
next
an
to
ARG
Noah's
that's
name, it's
spread
probably
through
safe to
Minecraft
assume
worlds
that
that's
this is what it
always on a
stands
different
for.
account for
And if
different
that's
worlds.
the case, whatever null path is, it seems
That'd be
like
hard. I
Noah's
don't even
gotten
know.
himself involved.
Fresh, you can barely do his own
The
videos.
third signs are kind of
Let me
weird.
figure out how to
One
make
of them
good
says
ARGs
give it
first,
back,
and then I might
and
be
the
able to
other
do
one says Axel Cameron.
Give me a
Now,
second.
putting those together, it almost sounds like someone's asking for something Axel has. And if we connect this to the message Noah sent, USB drive, it's probably safe to assume that that's what they are after. But here's where things get strange. The way it's worded, give it back, almost
you
makes
too
it sound
fluent?
like the
What, in
USB
English?
drive was originally theirs. Which
No,
doesn't
Fresh, you can
make
barely
a whole
speak
lot
it.
of sense.
Oh,
Why would
really?
Axel have
My
something
parents
like
actually
that,
speak
and
Spanish.
why
so-
is it so important to them? There are still
It look better video than this guy.
what we can say for sure
Biblioteca.
this isn't just a normal
Biblioteca.
situation. The final
See?
sign though,
When I say
this
guys,
is where I
is
got
that-
extremely
Hola, cortes lemes.
It's been challenging this whole time.
which could be a YouTube URL,
It's
but it
actually
didn't
Spanish.
seem to work no matter what I did. I tried shifting it through a lot of ciphers and even tried base 64, just in case it was
I know TMO.
though nothing I tried worked.
Fresh, he knows the N word in
Now,
French.
what really stood out
Yeah,
here was
no,
Axel's
obviously.
reaction to this whole thing. After
Nah,
seeing
you know what
screenshots,
I'm
he
talking
tells
about.
us that he genuinely doesn't
No, I don't.
understand why Noah is so obsessed with this
Yes, you
USB
do.
drive. According to Axel, it's just filled with all
W
junk
Freshie.
from-
Yeah, W Freshie,
2014.
yeah.
And that's
What I
the
say?
same here.
I
He
actually
knows
do
the
know how to
N-word.
do that in
So
French,
back
but
to,
I'm not
which I don't
saying
know
that.
about you, but that
Yeah, never.
feels a little
See?
too
Juicy's
specific
got
to be
it.
coincidence. But
No.
then Axel
You
goes
guys know
down
what I'm talking
something
about.
I think a
No,
lot
you
of
know what I'm
people
talking
were
about.
wondering.
Ah,
Not like the
How is
non-word.
Noah logging into
Ah,
Minecraft at all?
I'm your fit
I
for the
mean,
class.
his family is contacting Axel.
Oh no, because
completely
there's a screenshot of you
He's been missing
finishing
for
it.
days,
Ah,
and yet
is
here
it?
he is dropping cryptic screenshots and leaving ominous messages in the game server.
Speak
Where is
Arabic.
he
Wait,
logging
wait.
from
That's
and
one
what
thing
is
I
he
don't
doing?
know.
Nothing about this adds up.
Why would anyone want to speak Arabic?
Noah, what is all this? What
Unless-
is going on? Are you good, dude? Yes. Nothing like
I
this
think
has
in 30
happened
minutes
for
I'm
all
gonna
the 10 years I've known you.
order some
Your
McDonald's.
mother keeps
I feel
calling
like
me.
it.
That does not matter.
I have money I need to
Safer
spend.
this way. What the hell is wrong with you? What do you need to know, man? Just tell me.
I should be
Good
glad your
night.
fan base is chill. You're right.
Noah joins the game, tells
Yeah, you're lucky Freshie's fan base is mad
What
racist.
just happened? It's clear that Noah's changed.
No, we're not mad.
The way he
Wait,
spoke,
we're good,
actually
we're good.
mentions that it
Aw.
doesn't
Cares
matter
if you're a
his mother's asking where he is,
YouTuber.
like
Yeah,
it's no
yeah.
longer important.
Well,
Like
not
he's somewhere he can't
really. I
explain.
mean, maybe,
And with no
but
way
like-
of knowing where he went or what any of this
Not
means.
See, I'm
really.
trying. I'm trying to get cancelled.
I didn't say
Where he
anything.
went.
That's just
But
like
for a
me putting an
split second,
allegation out for no
something
reason
stopped
on
me.
Parallax.
I
so
felt
it's
like
just
giving
not
that
true.
weird 11-character sequence from the screenshot one last shot.
Yeah?
I tried a simple flip of the characters, just
Yeah, guys,
reversing
Parallax
the order,
hates
and
people.
It worked.
Oh
It
my
led
God,
to
cancel it.
another video from Noah,
Operation
more
cancelled, Freshie
specifically
Impacted on
Noah
it. Oh, no.
14 underscore
Not Operation cancelled.
NP. This one is unsettling.
Have you done it yet?
Not yet.
Time is not on your side again.
Noah and the NP player seem to be on a world, and what follows is probably one of the most uncomfortable conversations in this entire story. Noah tells NP that this is his natural way of doing things.
I never cancel
though
Freshie.
NP
Now
responds
Parallax.
saying
Oh.
what nonsense, and he
Yeah.
will only give him a few more days. A few more days for what?
I think Parallax
It's
could get
clear that
cancelled.
whatever they are
yeah.
planning isn't something small, but it gets worse.
Less competition
the
for
next
me
few
now.
messages completely change the way
Which
you
will be
see
good.
this story.
Don't
The
have to
more
worry about
time
another agent
passes,
trying to
the more
Yep.
money you lose.
How much exactly?
$100,000 per day.
That's when it clicks. If you remember, Noah's mother said he disappeared after an argument about getting a real job. And this is no ordinary job, it's something way darker. Noah tries to negotiate, asking NP to slow down the deduction rate, but NP quickly
Back.
shuts him down. I was
Parallax
curious
equals the
to
big
just
para.
how much money this NP
big
guy
para.
was willing to pay Noah for
Yeah, let's
whatever
call
he
him the
wanted
big
to
para.
do. And that is when
Par-
we get
my friends call me
this
Parry.
message.
As long as
Parry.
it stays above
Let's call him
500,000.
Parrot.
$500,000.
I'm pretty sure that's already
the kind
taken,
of
bro.
money at stake here
I don't know,
for
the big
whatever they're
parasite.
making Noah do. NP agrees to this, and the video
I'm not
ends
friends-
with
Yes.
one
In the
final
competition.
clip.
Uh-oh.
And that's it. Yet again, we're at a dead end with nowhere to go. But stepping back for a second, let's just think about what we've actually seen. 4 videos, 4 strange
No, I was supposed to
unsettling
be famous
things.
on TikTok,
We've got
really?
Noah logging into Minecraft while supposedly missing, sending creepy screenshots, leaving weird messages,
The most
talking
views
about
I've gotten on
USB
TikTok
drives, and
was
having cryptic
20,000, I think.
conversations with someone
That's
named
about it.
NP. But the strange thing is, through all of this, there's nothing about Axel.
Average
Remember, it was
30K,
Noah's
that's
mother
pretty
who
good.
originally reached out, saying both Noah
But I guess
and
for
Axel
TikTok,
went
you
missing.
kinda want to,
And
like,
yet,
millions of
video
views.
after video, it's
How did
all
you get
Noah.
banned from
Not
TikTok?
one solid clue about where Axel is. What happened to him? Or even what part did he play in this whole thing? It's like he's been wiped out from the story entirely, and honestly, that felt intentional. So I did what anyone would do. I went back and rewatched every single video frame by frame. And that's when I noticed something. Right as Noah threw Axel down the
That's
pit in the
reporting
final
from my viral
video,
video?
we see
Oh, that makes
this
sense.
crash screen. Everything might seem completely normal, but looking twice, this is another YouTube URL. Nothing to decode, nothing hidden. This leads straight to what we all want to know. Nullpath's channel. If there is any information on how Axel and Noah eventually go silent, this was it.
Notice, Class 5 asset restriction in effect. The following archived footage is designated under Nullpath Internal Security Protocol NP18 USC 1203 Class 5.
While watching this video, we learn a lot of things, and it's clear that whatever Nullpath is, it's some part of the government. It's apparent because the only people who are allowed to watch this video are Nullpath's internal agents, government-sanctioned surveillance officers, FBI operatives with a level 7 classification, and pre-authorized Department of Anomalous Activities staff. Watching this video is such a big risk factor as it will result in immediate investigation, though it can go as far as deportation from the United States itself. This sounds extremely unsettling. Offenders can face life imprisonment, memory redaction procedures, nullification of digital identity, and removal from public records. Right as the final warning is given though, we get this extremely interesting section that you must pay close attention to.
Proceeding further implies full acceptance of risks. You have been warned. Employee archival footage. Case file, NPC5 Axel 053. Timestamp, redacted. Status, under review.
We hear Axel's name and he seems to be part of whatever case file this is. The video then cuts to this, Axel's files, right there on Nullpath's system. One by one, the person recording starts opening them, and then they stop at the very bottom of the list. USB drive.ax data. It's locked. How? How does Nullpath even have this? This is the same USB we've been chasing this entire story, the one Axel was carrying. If they've accessed everything else but this is still locked, whatever is on it has to be huge. Something else we didn't notice is the name of this channel, Nullpath 18 USC section 1203. This section of the name is a statute to implement the International Convention against the taking of hostages, but what Nullpath has to do with this is still in the dark. Speaking of the USB though, we are right on the edge of finding out, so we have to move on to the next video. But it's not as easy as it sounds.
What if there was two siblings slash friends who played Minecraft together, but one moved and went to Java, Bedrock? I mean, your second part, there's a lot of ARGs that have done the screenshots, right? Like, communicated over that. But Java and Bedrock split, that might be a good idea. Okay.
A bunch of nodes, random information, and
look
more
at that,
warnings.
man.
We notice Noah's name again, and another mention of the USB drive. And right under the code log part, there's this. Q, J, K, S, B, U, and a whole string of letters that look like complete nonsense.
Yeah, I am Java, yeah.
But this isn't random. It says sequence aligned within layer 3 file access, which means it's hiding something. So I ran it through a Caesar cipher shift of 7, and just like that, it turned into another URL. And this takes us straight to the next video.
Hey, thanks for the
This
sub.
video is horrifying. It begins with someone joining into a world, and within seconds we get messages from Axel.
What? Hello? Noah, is
I'm
this you?
both.
Dude, Noah, this is not funny.
Axel keeps talking to himself, thinking it's Noah. But whoever just joined the game doesn't respond. They don't move, they don't even look around, they just stare directly at him. And this is where it gets worse. Apparently it's been weeks since Noah disappeared, and we already know that whatever's happening, he's not behind it.
I used to be
It's
Java, but
someone
went to
that we are
Bedrock when my
familiar
computer
with.
broke.
NP. He types in Axel's
Java is
full
just
name,
simply
and Axel
Bedrock
reacts
himself.
in
I'm
disbelief,
sorry.
even mentioning that no one
It
ever
is.
knew his full name. Although NP goes on to ask an important question.
Where is it? The drive.
This is the first
I'll
time
stand
in
by
the whole
that, though.
series where someone directly asks Axel about the USB drive, and then Axel responds. He tells NP the flash drive is his, that it's with him right now. But he doesn't stop there. He wants NP to stay away. After all these videos, we still don't know what is inside this thing and why is a secret government organization after a mere USB drive. But what happens after this? Well, just watch it for yourselves.
Don't try mess around, Axel Cameron. Give it to us.
What? No.
The audio in this clip is chilling. We can hear the creak of a door opening, followed by a muffled voice saying what? No. And then there's a loud, sickening thud. It almost sounds like something heavy has struck Axel, or worse, someone. The description is where things get twisted though.
Classified field operation log. Tier 7 plus clearance only. Operation Final Trace. Target Axel Cameron, case 314th A. Physical extraction of subject completed. Asset secured without public exposure. Target.
Pretty sure the big part is AFK right now. But yeah. Yeah, I guess they both had perks, but Java, like, if you think about it, when the game was made, right, Bedrock didn't exist, right? Bedrock existed, like, only after a bit. I guess, if you count Pocket Edition as Bedrock, because it kind of was, it does look similar, then I guess you could count that, but
Personal files
in
and
my
hardware
opinion,
confiscated, including USB
Java was
13
Minecraft's
redacted.
main
Mission
focus,
result.
right, so.
Subject status. In custody. USB device.
How's it
Recovered.
jump scare? I
Day
don't know.
1. Nullpath has the USB drive, and they've taken Axel into custody. How did they find him? How did they track him down so quickly? It doesn't add up. Axel's life is in their hands now, all because of a damn USB drive. What's on it? What's worth all of this? We still don't know. But whatever it is, it's enough to make them do anything to keep it. They've taken Axel, and who knows what else they are willing to do just to make sure that drive stays with them. Axel has been taken and we've reached the end. I almost closed the tab. I really thought that this was it. But something didn't sit right. So I scrolled back through the description, and that's when I saw it. A single line that I had somehow skipped over. Right near this access code reference, we notice another URL. It leads to one final video on the Nullpad channel. This is it. The video begins with this, the Nullpad Secure Terminal. And judging by what this says, it's clear that this is an employee or someone who is on the Nullpad. They paste in a password and gets access to this, the USB drive, though it still seems to be locked. This unknown person presses on the USB drive, only to get hit with this.
Enter USB file password.
They try 3 passwords, but all ultimately fail to open this and their session is terminated. Access to it is completely locked. The video ultimately ends here, but the story has one final stretch and it all lies in the description. We notice that the person who got terminated from accessing the USB is an unidentified high-ranking Nullpad operative, and it claims that Nullpad succeeded in retrieving the USB but has failed to unlock it. Despite
Read
that,
out
the
the
operation will
phrase
be
URL.
marked complete and the USB,
URL.
well, it will be
URL.
transferred to Vault 0x77, Nullpad's most secure,
Crazy.
undisclosed containment facility. But
Yeah, I
what
think Bedrock being from... Yeah, okay. I mean, Bedrock's free, right? Java's paid. Bedrock is the people who just can't get the game, you know? But I feel like Java's just, like, you know, a more... Java is Minecraft, but Bedrock is like Minecraft mobile, I guess. Like, I don't know. Bedrock just like doesn't look like it should be on PC. Like, you know. Wait, Bedrock costs $9? Really? I thought Bedrock is free. Bruh, why are they charging people with bedrock
happened to
now?
Axel? What
Oh my
happened to
God.
Noah? What on earth did Nopat
Bruh.
do to them? The story can't just end here, right? There's no way we can just lose them. What can I tell Noah's mother? If I came this far though, it's not a time to give up. We must find them somehow. I watched all of Nopat's videos again, hoping I would get a single clue, and sadly I got nothing. Except every time we were meant to move forward in the Nopat channel, the link to the next video was buried in the description. That makes no sense. These videos are encrypted, locked down. Why leave breadcrumbs unless someone wants them found? I went back to the final video and decided to look under user nodes. That's when I saw it, a hexadecimal sequence. Converting each hex pair into its ASCII character, it gives us this useless sequence. But only shifting the letters by a cipher shift of 4 gives us the final video in the series, which is on Noah's channel. And if there is any hope left, if there's any chance we are gonna find out what happened to them, it has to be in there. What we see in this video is absolutely horrifying. Nullpat's missions and experiments are nothing short of cruel. Removal of birth records, corrupted personal project files to induce psychological breakdowns, blackmail material for political and financial manipulation, false documentation, all of which are many of the horrible things Nullpath is responsible for doing. But at the very end, we see it.
Description: a USB device intercepted containing critical operation logs, financial trails, and internal communications from Nullpath's classified cases between 2012 to 2022. Threat level: maximum. Exposure risk equals complete organizational collapse, legal prosecution of 47 high-ranking individuals, and international fallout. Status: under urgent lockdown. Target must be identified.
This confirms that the USB contains critical logs and more information on Nullpath. It doesn't have any mention on how Axel got his hands on it, but this is not all, because right below this we see this. Apparently, the USB contains
video evidence of illegal experiments on dissident subjects, documents proving direct involvement in orchestrating disappearances, faked deaths, and corporate espionage, financial ledgers detailing bribes to federal and underground officials, internal memos ordering erasures of dissenters and data fabrications, surveillance footage of unauthorized home intrusions and data breaches.
It also mentions if leaked, it would dismantle Nullpath's existence and expose its underground and governmental affiliations. What would they do to cover this up, you might ask?
Axel Cameron to be located, isolated, and silenced immediately. Disinformation campaign authorized.
The video comes to a close, but we have got ourselves a lead, because what this description contains is nothing short of insanity.
Everything Nullpath has built is on the brink of collapsing. Axel's barely holding on, and I'm running out of time.
Yes,
if anyone's
Gypsy.
going to stop this, they need to act fast before they get to us. I
Mail
didn't
me a
mean for it to go
medkit.
this far, but if you're seeing this, it's already too late to turn back.
I don't
There's
think
only
I
one
could.
chance left, and
I
that's if
don't
someone
know,
out there
like-
can finish what I started. I did this
Still
for money,
boiling
and
water
even
on my
though I got
hand?
to
Why
over
would you do that?
634,000 for my
Go get like an
contribution,
ice
I will
pack or
end it
something,
all.
or
I
ice,
can't
or
leave
anything
Axel.
cold.
He can't leave
Just
either. If we don't get
put it
out
on your
now,
hand.
it'll be the end.
I've
If
done
you're
that
reading
before,
this,
but not
you know what
boiling
to do.
water.
You have to pull the trigger, or we are both gone. It's too late to warn the others.
Wet
the clock's
floor.
ticking, but you are still
Ah.
here. You still have a chance to fix this. Nullpath override
Well.
terminal.net.
I plugged in the link to this, and
That's pretty good. Honestly, I like Nullpath. I mean, there's more series to it, obviously, but I'll enter this link. I mean, try. I'm gonna give this a solid. I mean, look. Nullpath is like. I get the idea, but I mean, compared to these, Star Fox definitely did better with this. I think this is a B. Yeah. A. High B. I could have put it on a low A. I could. Yeah, I think that'll be fine. Low A. Alright. Yeah, I think that's good. Alright. I mean, it's definitely before this, and this is Star Fox. Most recent. Place is too quiet. Hold up. Wait, he's not even there. Never mind. Whoops. I didn't know Parallax left there. Whoops. You should watch the rest of the videos of the series. He has like 4 videos on it. If I watch that, then I won't be able to rank any of the other ones. Like because I'm not gonna that's gonna be too long. I already have like a list. But which one should I watch now next, guys? Should I watch? We got this one, found footage of World That Knows You. We got Parallax's one, which I'll leave for last. I'll leave this one for last. We got Render's How a Minecraft Theory drove insane. We got Render's Simon 12 one, which most likely probably should watch this one. We got Finn's 20-minute one. Render, which one? There's 2. We got Dry Fruits one. Obviously, we'll reach that, and then we got that one. Go to Render account. The Simon. Alright. Go to Render account. There's a peak art. Wait, where? What, on his YouTube channel? Am I going to his YouTube channel? I'll watch Render's one. Where? Where's the peak art? This one? What am I looking at? Watch the Simon 12 one, but hang on. Yes, last TikTok. The reason I've already watched this though. I'm not gonna react to this because I've already watched it. But yeah, not gonna watch that again. But I know it's good. My favorite art, dubs. Alright, let's watch the Simon one then.
Herobrine.
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 Herobrine. Minecraft's biggest mystery for the past 14 years. From becoming the figure that haunted every kid's Minecraft world, everyone on the internet knows that there is only one Herobrine. But what if there was a second Herobrine?
I mean, I'll be real. Before we watch this, I actually already did. What do you call it? I basically did a video like his. This one. This one I basically tried to do a similar idea about. But we finally get. So yeah, it was based off that pretty much. But anyway, let's continue watching this.
About a month ago, I came across this Reddit post. A user by the name of ProudJaguar696 made a channel to upload videos they recorded back in 2017. They wanted to showcase their journey on figuring out how to beat the game. But when looking into the channel, I found something much different. The video starts off with our protagonist in the mines. We can see the date of the recording, which possibly means they're playing on 1.12. As the player starts heading down the mines, we already notice they keep looking back, as if they think something is following them. Then they start typing.
Hey guys, it's Simon. Welcome back to Beating the Dragon.
We now have a name for our protagonist, Simon. We also notice Simon's background, which seems to be a screenshot of what looks to be Simon and another player called XXAngeloXX322. Remember that name. Simon begins strip mining for a few minutes, but while mining, Simon keeps coming across air pockets, something that doesn't naturally happen in world generation. But as the video continues, it cuts to a new clip where Simon wants to show us a cool mining technique he found. But while mining, Simon notices something off. Simon notices a large dugout area. Inside, we don't see anything except this weird object in the distance. And by hiring the exposure, we can make out what seems to be black pillars. For what, we don't know. But we can also see this black outline, which we can't tell nor make out what it could be. But before trying to find answers, we hear blocks breaking. Immediately, the clip cuts to Simon running back to the surface. But when Simon escapes, he's met with a strange occurrence.
Yo, what's up, MPYT? Welcome. We are watching Simon 12
panics,
AOG.
he heads to his house, and the video ends. Unfortunately, we're left with a lot of questions, like what are with the air pockets? What are these black pillars? What is this black outline? Who is mining the blocks? What happened to all the leaves? Who is messing with Simon? Wait, what happened to all the leaves? We've actually seen these tree trunks before. Herobrine is known for messing with people's worlds, and one of the many ways he does this is by removing the leaves of people's trees. Could this be Herobrine? We're not too sure, but I'm getting ahead of myself. We need to move on to the second video, fishing.mp4. Our next video takes place 6 days after the last one. We start with Simon writing us an odd message.
I don't want to look under my bed anymore.
If we want to understand what this means, we'll have to revisit it later on. Simon then exits his house and goes to the mine, but doesn't go any further and instead gazes at the staircase leading into the fog, almost as if he's recalling certain memories. He then covers up the hole and heads to his pond. There, he attempts on getting enchantment books from fishing, but moments after, Simon sees a zombie pigman. He kills it confusingly, trying to figure out where it came from, and rightfully so. We can see the broken nether portal, and considering pigmans don't spawn in the
.mp4 is just
overworld,
a
it'd be impossible for them
like
to
a video
spawn
file
unless a player
Don't worry about that.
had
That's
spawned
like
them.
when you're recording,
Simon
you
brushes
can
it
record
off
in like
and
a
heads
different
back to his
formats,
house. And at 4
and your video
minutes
can
and
be like
53
MP4
seconds,
or
we
like
get this.
different files format. Don't worry about that.
The rod appears to be floating. Simon, obviously freaked out, heads to his house, but still keeping the rod attached. And then it slowly starts going down. Simon makes an iron sword and cowardly heads outside, but not before writing.
I think this might be cause of the statue.
He heads outside to see his pond turned into a giant crater. Trying to understand the scenario, Simon gets hit by a zombie, falls, and the video ends. We're left with a lot of questions, so I'll go through everything in order. Starting off with Simon's message. He states he doesn't want to look under his bed anymore. We see right before the video ends, under his bed is cobblestone blocks, but we can see the entire floor is made up of grass. Why go out of your way to place 2 cobblestone blocks under your bed? Because there was never grass blocks under his bed. I'll play a clip from my video a few minutes ago. Tell me what you see. Simon panics, he heads to his house, and the video ends. He heads to his house, he heads to his... Who is under Simon's bed? One thing's for sure, we can see white eyes. The eyes of Herobrine. But it doesn't look like Herobrine. But before I go on to that, we now know there was someone spying on Simon. And Simon probably realized this after looking back at the footage, so he covered up his bed to make sure he wouldn't be watched. Okay, but what about the zombie pigman? What happened there? Well, knowing that whoever this was under Simon's bed is probably the same person messing with him. So he also broke Simon's portal and summoned the pigman to freak Simon out, which further proves what happened with the fishing rod situation. We can also see the way the fishing rod moves is the exact same way it would move when attaching to a player. This means that this thing is invisible and the person we see taunting Simon. We also notice right before the video ends, when Simon is falling, we get a glimpse of a sign. I tried brightening the image using AI quality enhancer, asked many others to make out what the words could be, but unfortunately, we couldn't figure out what it says. But one thing's for sure, whatever is written was most likely by the person attacking Simon. Okay, but why? Why do all of this? Why would this thing go out of its way to attack a little kid just trying to play Minecraft? Is it malicious or is there a deeper meaning? If we want to find the answer, we can't just move on to the next video because this channel only has 2 videos. But if this is where the story ends, I wouldn't be making this video. When I went back to the Reddit post, I noticed something odd. I found there about me that said playlist list equals. This set of words are actually used in a link for playlists. This is not a coincidence. They want to be found but hidden at the same time. And thanks to a friend, they messaged me an important detail and why 512 captions are disabled, but in phishing.mp4 they're enabled. And when I turn on the captions, there was nothing except at 6 minutes and 5 seconds. We get a set of words and numbers, and if we combine those terms, we get a link that sends us to an unlisted playlist named Simon. The story of Simon is just getting started.
His dad with something, I believe.
Our first video on the playlist is named Birthday. Compared to the other 2 videos, this one is very odd. For one, we can see that there's no Bandicam watermark, meaning we aren't seeing Simon's recording and instead someone else's. They place an obsidian block and the video cuts to Simon's POV. Simon is giving an introduction to himself and explaining his process in trying to beat the game. The way he welcomes the viewers and introduces the video could imply we're seeing the very first Simon upload. He proceeds to test out glitches that he found online, but as he moves on to the next exploit, he says,
"This is one we found on YouTube that will give us free diamonds."
And you'd expect a duplication glitch when he says free diamonds, but instead he starts building something structure-like. As he begins placing the last block, just like the beginning of the video, it cuts. Let's recap at the intro. We can tell from the sound of silverfish and stone bricks that our player is in the stronghold, and we can match the structure we see here is the exact one Simon builds at the end of the video. Right before Simon builds, his message seems a bit odd. This so-called free diamond exploit is something that I've never seen even after researching about it, and I think it has something to do with the fact that in his video, the first glitch he tests out, he says, "I found this one on YouTube." And it's a legit dupe glitch people used to do in 1.12. But then the moment Simon tries out a glitch we've never seen before, he says, "This is one we found on YouTube." Who is this person, and could they be the same person that we saw building the same structure in the beginning of the video? I believe whoever this person is might have sent Simon a fake exploit video so they could build this structure. If that's the case, what could this structure be? One thing that we noticed is that it resembles the structures people used to build to summon Herobrine. Could this structure relate to the alternate Herobrine we saw in the videos? I think this next video could solve our questions. Our next video opens with Simon in a cave. As he's strip mining, we can hear the sound of another player breaking blocks. We are then introduced to a player named Angelo, the person we saw in Simon's wallpaper. We can see they both seem to be racing for diamonds, and after complaining about how long it's been, Simon stumbles upon diamonds, but Angelo ends up collecting all of them, and Simon gets upset.
"Dude, those were in my line. WTF.
You gotta get better, lol. I don't make the rules."
He covers up the wall and continues mining. He then finds a mine shaft, though unaware of what it is. And when Angelo informs Simon that it has good stuff, Simon starts booking it and falls into a hole, with Angelo blocking his exit. Simon walks around, gets scared by a cave noise, and the video cuts right as Angelo gets killed by a cave spider. Compared to the other videos, there isn't anything weird going on, but we do meet Angelo. From this video alone, we don't really know too much about about Angelo. This conversation they had before the recording, we could tell they're friends and could possibly go to the same school.
Still have detention? Yeah, it's like one more day. Okay.
Considering no one else is ever introduced later in the videos, it's safe to assume in the episode Birthday, when I was asking who Simon was referring to in his message, it was probably about Angelo. So does that mean Angelo was responsible for making Simon build that odd structure? Yes, but seeing how Angelo treats Simon, Angelo probably did it to mess with Simon, but Angelo has no idea.
In 1 hour I'll
what's
go,
heading
fair
his
man.
way.
I mean, you don't have to stage for
Immediately, this
everything.
video opens in a familiar spot. That's because this is Simon's house before it was fully
I probably
built.
won't
As
get
we watch
again
Simon
through
build his
all these
house, everything
ARGs to be
seems
fair
fine.
today.
Simon's
I
gathering
think I might
materials
have
and
to do
heading
something
into the
today.
mines as he's struggling to kill
So
the
I don't know if
mobs.
I'll be able to
When the
watch
video
every
cuts,
single one.
things get weird.
Yeah.
Simon is heading into the Nether for the first time to collect glowstone for his base. As he heads back to set it next to his bed, Simon writes a message, and when he goes into F5, all of a sudden the glowstone is gone. Simon looks around confused, and as he types question marks in the chat, the video cuts. Wait, did Angelo just type in chat? That doesn't make sense. We can see at the beginning of the video Simon is in single player. How is that possible? In fact, what happened to the glowstone? Simon just went in F5 and it was just gone. We should have heard the sound of glowstone being broken. Well, it's obvious the person responsible is this alternate Herobrine. With Angelo writing,
Where am I?
it's obvious this thing is keeping Angelo captive somewhere. And the reason I know this might surprise you. As of now, we've watched 5 videos on the Simon channel in this order, but if we rearrange them in their
yeah, I'll probably end the stream
order,
earlier
things
as
start making
before.
more sense. The first
Let me
actual
see
video is
how
where-
many. Probably after this video, and maybe I might watch one more of these. And then I'll probably
we
go.
see Simon building this odd structure. Remember when I mentioned that it resembled Herobrine's structure earlier in the video? I also stated that it resembled a structure people used to build to summon Herobrine. This would explain why every odd occurrence takes place after Simon had built the structure, because in this video, he used the structure to summon this alternate Herobrine, which is why it spent all this time haunting Simon. But now it's gotten his friend Angelo, and Simon has to save his friend. Our video starts off with Simon in distress as he types in chat,
Hi YouTube, can people get into your single player game?
Simon is aware something's wrong. Angelo's message still in chat tells us that Simon never left the game and has been trying to figure out what happened. Notice how each message Simon types, instead of entering it in chat like he normally does, he instead deletes the message because he knows someone else is in the game with him. He musters up the courage and writes back to who he thinks is Angelo. How are you here, Angelo? Simon gets himself a bow and draws it, getting ready to defend himself while staying on high alert. He enters the Nether and travels to a nearby portal, and when he goes through, we see Simon's old house, the one we saw in the episode Birthday, meaning we know
Freshie,
this
did you
all
finish
takes
college?
place in the same world. Simon looks through a chest, but
no, I
then
dropped out
notices
of
something under his bed, and he
college,
breaks
but
it. A
I
giant
did
hole
something
was
afterwards,
dug all
so
the way to the bottom of the world. Then Simon snaps. He grabs his flint and steel and frantically burns his house. His reaction
look,
seems
my advice
odd.
is
We've
that
seen
if
him
you
get
if you're
scared
gonna
at these
drop out of
occurrences
college
before,
right at
but
the
we've
last
never
year,
seen him destroy his
then have a
belongings like this.
have
I
a plan
believe
of what
that
you're
the
gonna
hole
do, because
Simon
I had a
sees
plan.
under his
That's
bed
why.
reminded him of what he saw when he went to look under the bed that was used to spy on him. They both were probably dug out holes, and Simon is now realizing that this wasn't the first time he was being watched. After Simon burns his old house, he runs back through the portal and heads back to his base. There, he proceeds to draw his bow again, but as he's
You got
doing
a World
so,
of
a message
Warcraft
pops
ad?
up
That's
in
crazy.
chat saying, "There's something here," and moments after, he then sends another message
I will not
saying,
complete
"Guard,"
university.
and that's where the video ends.
Well, yeah, not a lot of people want to go to university. That's fair. I didn't want to go to university either. I went to TAFE, which is like, it's like a mini university kinda, but like you go there to, like, learn about something and like get a certificate. You don't actually, it's not like an official thing for like universities. It's like school again. It's like a little couple years of like another school, but you get to learn whatever you want.
Simon where he's at,
or whatever
but
subject
Angelo
you
doesn't
want, you
seem
know?
to know himself. Also, something I never mentioned in the last video where I said Simon was
yeah,
mining
make sure
and
to complete
fighting
high
mobs,
school and
we
work,
could actually
100%.
see in the footage the air pockets, something I pointed out in the beginning of the video. It seems that just like Herobrine with his 2x2 tunnels, tree trunks, and redstone torches, there are signs that show Herobrine is in our world, the same way we constantly see air pockets and dugout holes under beds in Simon's world could also be signs this alternate Herobrine uses to show he's in the world. But going back to the message, where could Angelo be? Seems like Dart could refer to something, like somewhere far underground, almost like the bottom of a pit. The video opens with a death screen. Right before Simon respawns, we could see a diamond pickaxe and a stack of salmon dropped from his inventory, which happens to be the same item Simon had in his fishing video. From his death message saying fell from a high place, we can tell this video takes place moments after the fishing video ends, with Simon falling into a pit.
What's up,
But
Juicy?
when
Welcome
he
back.
respawns, his items and XP are gone. It could have just despawned, but what are the chances the moment Simon clicks respawn, his items are just gone? It seems like someone stole them. Nonetheless, Simon finds himself at the bottom of the world. Once again, we see this deep but short mined out area, similar to the one we saw in the beginning of the video, except this time there's cobblestone pillars placed all around the area. What makes this more confusing is that Simon finds a trail of cobblestone blocks, and as he collects all of them, he traces his steps back, but can't seem to find the hole he fell into despite hearing the sounds of rain coming from above, meaning this alternate Herobrine covered up the hole. As Simon wanders around, he sees a player in the corner of his eye. When he goes to check it out, the player is gone, but his attention quickly switches to a sign that he notices. When he goes to read it, it says, Simon says built a base, built it bigger. Odd, but Simon breaks the sign and continues walking. He eventually comes to a dead end and uses the wall to continue walking. But then Simon notices another sign, this time being creepier than the previous. Simon says, breaking sign? It seems that this alternate Herobrine is watching Simon, but when Simon decides to break the sign, it becomes obvious when he turns around and sees another sign. Simon says, break everything. Even if these are all messages, we can tell this one has a very serious tone. This time, Simon doesn't break the sign and just walks away. But once again, while Simon is walking, he stops and sees a figure's arm and leg sticking out. But when it hides itself, Simon checks it out, and once again, the figure is gone. Simon starts sprinting, and as things couldn't get any weirder, we hear this. Simon boxes himself, but then a sign is placed right in front of him saying, Simon says, my base is my bedroom. As he's running away, Angelo writes a message in chat. I think I see your name. As Angelo is walking backwards, he accidentally finds himself in a mine shaft.
Yo, what's up, Rui? Welcome.
Throughout the video,
I didn't think you would make it because I thought it'd be way too late.
What do the signs mean? Simon says,
Welcome.
built a base, built it bigger. The term built a base could refer to Simon's old house. And then right after saying built it bigger is implying Simon's new house is bigger than his old one. Then why start the message off with Simon says? Could this refer to the children's game known as Simon Says? Well, then it would open up new questions. What are the chances they're not referring to
I
the
literally
game
died,
and
I got
instead
no
are just
sleep.
referring
Oh,
to
no.
Simon himself? Are they
You need to
implying
get
this is
more
something
sleep,
Simon
bro.
said,
Please,
which could
get more
explain
sleep.
the Simon Says? Unfortunately, there's not enough evidence for a clear answer. But then we can tell from the message moments after saying Simon says breaking sign, Simon
Question, is the big
being
power back?
watched, and the figure continues
I
to
don't
mess with
think so.
Simon throughout the video, placing more signs, playing cave sounds, and running around invisible. But the two times we see footage of another player in this video could be the alternate Herobrine, but they are barely visible on screen, not allowing us to have a clear look. But despite that, Angelo's message tells us that Simon is getting closer, and Angelo could be wherever this mine shaft takes him. But something interesting about this mine shaft is that I noticed it looked very familiar, and that's when I pieced together that this was the mine shaft from the episode that we see Angelo and Simon together. But we have to move on to the next episode, Trick. The video opens with Simon still stuck in the mine shaft. He grabs wood planks and crafts himself a pickaxe to mine his way out. As he's digging to the surface, Simon hears a weird sound and turns around to see a cobblestone block that he did not place. He brushes it off and continues mining. When he makes his way to the top, he finds himself in a forest with no leaves. Once again, unbothered, and he finds his way back to his base. But when he returns, something's off about his house. From the outside, it appears to be a lot bigger, and when he tries to go inside, there are multiple layers of doors that Simon has to go through. But for the first time, we notice Simon puts text on screen, which says,
I want to leave the world.
And another one saying,
But the dragon.
And a final one.
I called it beating the dragon.
Moments after, we get this clip. Although this video was short, we get important information on Simon's motives. Realistically, why would you put yourself through all of this? Wouldn't it be easier to leave and make a new world? Well, Simon's messages implies that he wants to leave the world, but the dragon. Simon doesn't want to leave his world because he wants to beat the dragon. And maybe he doesn't want to restart his world because he's never gotten this far. In his first video, he was mentioning to us how he's never beaten the game before. So if he's gotten this far, he isn't going to let some entity stop his progress. But we need to move on to the next video, which takes place on the 7th of October. There seems to be a conversation going on between Simon and Angelo. We even see Angelo 6 seconds into the video, but unfortunately, this isn't the same Angelo that was captured by the entity. This video seems to take place on the 10th of October, recorded before Simon's first ever video, meaning this footage must be a recap of the past. Simon throws an Eye of Ender, so we know they're planning on heading to the stronghold. They eventually find the stronghold and start digging down. When they arrive, they start looking for the end room, but Angelo's behavior is very odd. He keeps trying to get away from Simon and hiding from him. Eventually, Simon loses him and is forced to look for the end room himself. Eventually, the video cuts and Simon ends up finding the end room, but with Angelo standing right by the entrance. Angelo places down a sign and it says,
Happy birthday, dummy.
Then Angelo places a diamond block. Simon's very happy, and
I'm
as
back.
he
What's
mines
up,
the
Just-
diamond block,
Just
the video
Fine?
ends.
Hope I got that right.
This video happens to be the strangest.
This
out of
ARG is
any
like
other
a base
video
for
we've
other
watched.
ARGs, yeah.
We just
I mean,
don't realize. For one, Simon stated he's
this
never
was the
beaten
first
the dragon before.
ARG to do this tough, by the way. This was the first one to ever do something like this, so I'll be real, it kind of did inspire. I can't press play. Hello?
Before, but
Okay.
in this video,
was
Angelo
weird.
and Simon are in the process.
Are you gonna
of
live stream
almost
till you hit
beating the
30K?
dragon. Was Simon lying, or is there more to the
Well,
picture?
I'm not
we
gonna
can tell
like
Simon is the
non-stop
only
live
one
stream
with
till I hit
five vendors, 'cause
30K.
he seems to be
Press
the only
space.
one
Oh yeah,
throwing
true.
them. But he only
I could have
has
done that.
two,
I don't know. It
which
should have
isn't
just
enough
worked
to fill
though.
in an
I'm
end
live
after the
streaming
recording
like
ended,
on and
they
off. Like I'm
probably
streaming
realized
for a
they
few
couldn't
hours
go
every
into the
day
end
till
and
I hit
just gave
30K.
up. And Angelo
And then I'm gonna
celebrating
probably
Simon's
like.
birthday could relate to his birthday video, but I'll get back to
Then
that
I'm not
later.
gonna be
Also,
like
something I wanna
streaming.
point out is this video's
Like
abrupt
having the
ending.
title
When
streaming till I hit
Simon mines the
30K. I'll
block,
probably
it
do like
cuts.
I don't
But
know.
not only that, if you pay close attention,
I don't know
you
what
can
I'll
see
do.
the video quality starts breaking.
I probably
before
won't
it
stream
ends.
as much
In fact,
as
this
I-
happens 5 times throughout the
Yeah.
whole series. 2
I'll-
times
I
in
won't stream as much as I
Y512,
usually
2
am,
times
I'll be
in
real.
birthday, and 1
But
time in the most
I just need to hit
recent
30K
video.
so I could
There
do my
is
YouTube
definitely
ranked
a
high
deeper
pixel
meaning
stream.
to this.
That
We've
will be
seen cuts
awesome.
happen
That's all.
without the
That's
screen
all.
breaking
That's
down,
one of
but
my
these
goals, and I just
abnormal
need to
cuts
achieve it.
only
Alright,
happen
so
in
I
significant
feel like live
moments of the
streaming every
story.
day.
In
It'd be fun.
Y512,
It's
the
fun,
screen
and
cuts
it
as
also
soon as
probably
the
get
entity
closer to
starts
the goal.
breaking blocks.
Yeah.
In birthday, the 2 times the cut happens are both when the structure is fully built. Does this evidence actually
Although
prove
my
anything?
subscriber growth has slowed down. I'll be real. Like I'm only getting like a few hundred like a day, which isn't bad. But if I want to get to 30K, it's not gonna. It's a bit slow, so I might need to upload soon. Because when I upload, I get a lot of subscribers. So, like I think my last upload gave me like almost 2,000 subscribers. I think like it shot me up from like 23,000 like 25. So. No, everyone will be there, bro. Like I will be streaming till I hit 30K. So When I get like 29.8 or 29.9, then I'll actually like stream.
No, but with 2 episodes left,
I'm streaming every morning, alright? Like, same time. Maybe earlier. I'm gonna try and get up earlier tomorrow and stream earlier, but
time alone.
same time.
We eventually see
Make a stream where you show how you make your videos.
Area we saw last episode.
I could do that.
For some reason, Simon is searching
that could be my next thing after this.
Doesn't remember going with Angelo. Simon gets the achievement for finding the stronghold
100%.
a second time, meaning he must be playing in a different world. This time he's ready as he finds the end room and lights up the portal. When he enters into the end, it seems to be a normal end fight, and Simon is finally
a 24-hour stream, maybe. That's a lot.
Seconds, we get this.
I would have to sleep, but I'm not like not sleeping at all. Oh. Ooh.
The dragon just disappears. Simon confusingly walks around, doesn't
like
know
10
what
a.m.
to
for me,
make of the
basically.
situation,
Yeah, probably.
So he quickly ends the video. In 0-00,
well, it
the
depends.
video continues where we left
if
off.
you're in my
Simon
Discord server, I ping the Discord server. You know when I'm live.
Trying
Like,
to
it's just how it
understand
is.
what's happening, but all of a sudden, the bedrock platform disappears.
I just went I'm not doing that, bro. Can you not hear my voice? I have a cold. I'm not gonna I'm not gonna do that after that. I mean, by then I probably have no cold. To be fair, I probably won't be sick by then, actually. So I probably could do it, but no, I'm not doing it.
Throughout the island. Then a few more seconds later, the air pockets get.
Do you know
bigger,
actual
and
love
in
of
a matter
Minecraft
moments,
itself?
the
Kinda.
island is slowly breaking down. Simon climbs
It
up
depends.
a pillar,
I mean, I know I
and
have
in the span
creepy
of 30
passes.
seconds, he sees the entire end island gone.
Oh.
Simon climbs to the top of the pillar, and after a while of silence, he realizes a pillar disappears, and then another one, and eventually all that's left is Simon in the middle of the void. Then we see Angelo join the game.
Angelo, where have you been? Do you see this?
As Simon is trying to understand the situation, this happens.
Oh, you meant MatPat's version? I haven't seen that.
Simon then cuts to him dragging a file to the recycle bin, and that's where the video cuts off. What
Don't do
did
it
he drag into the recycle bin? It
Do
was
it,
most
stream that
likely
one
his
time
world
for
file. This
what?
theory will make sense in a bit, meaning the entity had succeeded in scaring Simon off and finally got what he wanted. We also see Angelo for the first time in a while. Simon's message saying, "Where have you been?" implies that Simon hasn't seen Angelo since he was taken, but Angelo doesn't say anything. In fact, it was quite creepy how Angelo just said nothing to Simon. Where did Angelo go? Why is he acting different? If we want to know, we have to finish the final episode. The video cuts to Simon joining a server with Angelo.
Haha, you got out too?
This clip seems to take place a while after everything that had went down. What they're talking about is unknown at the moment.
Yeah, it's noisy. I don't even know them.
But then Angelo says,
Yo, I saw the videos. Sorry I didn't believe you.
The video that Angelo could be referring to are the videos of Simon encountering the entity. Maybe Angelo never believed him until Simon showed him proof. Simon says nothing bad's happened after that moment, and Angelo insists on celebrating. They grab themselves fireworks, and Simon says Happy New Year's as he lights off the fireworks, which means this video takes place on New Year's. But then the conversation gets interesting.
That lamp you gave me just turned off. The one by my bed. What lamp?
The video then cuts to Simon on his desktop again with his recycle bin open, hovering over a file that says Beating the Ender Dragon, the same name we see when Simon shows his world menu.
H turn left at the gun washing and saw 2
that's
kids
where
in
the
Andy's
video
well
ends.
and mining
In the
bedrock
beginning
from
of the
now.
video, the
That's
conversation
crazy.
Angelo
That
and Simon
one sentence
were
just broke
talking
my
about
brain.
was most
Depleted
likely
my
a
brain
New Year's
cells.
party. Simon also tells Angelo that the lamp Angelo gave him just turned off, but Angelo says he never got him a lamp. He even mentions that this lamp happens to sit by his bed, the same lamp that Simon put next to his bed, which means Simon was building his house based off his room. But then a sign is placed right in front of him saying, Simon says, "My base is my bedroom." How could the entity have known that? In fact, why does Simon decide to restore the world that he was tormented in? Isn't it funny how Angelo and Simon both entered the stronghold, but for some reason Simon's the only one who gets the achievement for finding it for the first time? Oh, but Render, Angelo planned this to surprise Simon for his birthday. Okay, but strongholds don't have spruce planks in the corner of their room. Why is it there? In fact, why does this match with the spruce plank that we see in the episode Birthday, where underneath was a structure that's used to summon the alternate Herobrine is being built? Why does Angelo need that? Isn't it funny how Angelo was the same person who made Simon build a structure and caused all of this in the first place? Also, why do you need footage of what happened to Simon to believe that he was being haunted? You got kidnapped by this entity. That should be more than enough evidence. Isn't it also interesting how this entity has the ability to go into single-player games and turn into an invisible player? What are the chances he can't just type in chat and use a different name? What are the chances that the Angelo we've seen in every video never existed? In fact, the only time we have actually ever seen Angelo was in Simon's wallpaper, where XX Angelo XX322 was his real
it's a whole
name.
different
In
Angelo
other
the whole
videos,
time.
we've seen names like XX Angelo,
It was a copy.
XX233, and XX Angelo 233. Why are there different names? What are the chances that Simon
Oh my
never
God,
got
it
his
wasn't
friend
even the
back?
right
Which
Angelo.
is why he's restoring the world to go back and save him. What are the chances that Angelo never came back and this alternate Herobrine never left?
To be fair, that was pretty good. What am I gonna rank it? Okay, look, let me give my opinions. It's the base ARG. It was the first one to do this idea. Yeah, A, okay. Mid A? Yeah, I guess we could do this here. It's the first ARG to do its kind, so you have to give it props for that. Like, no, everyone else did the same thing, and after the same format after this. So, yeah, I think that's fair. I will watch one more ARG, I think. Which one should we watch, guys? There's one chef one. We got retro gaming. Or we could do one of the small YouTuber ones, like Finn's one. How Minecraft Theory drove him insane. You wanna do that? I could. I feel like we'll leave Parallax for later. Did you see my saddest moments ranking? I did not. Finn. Maybe we could do two. Let's see. Honestly, because how a Minecraft Theory drove him insane is very, very long. Like 50 minutes, so. Let's watch Finn's one, it's short. It's only 20 minutes. Let's watch this one.
There's not enough time. It's close. I made you to look at these videos. Now, I made to escape. I made your hell. Torker, this a more corruption 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 hell.
This was the email I received late last night from somebody I didn't even recognize.
Actually, should I get a cat? Absolutely.
It contained a bunch of weird
I have 2
symbolism
cats and
with
they're
an audio
amazing.
file attached to the email, and upon listening, we can hear this. I initially thought this was one of my viewers messing with me, so I left it for about a week, until I decided to show my friend, and she mentioned this.
Yo, that sounds like a spectrogram.
And sure enough, upon uploading it to a website, it gave me a link to a YouTube channel called Slimebro6456 with only about 7 videos uploaded.
Okay, bro.
I immediately decided to check the description,
sucks losing
hoping
a
to
pet
find
like
out
that.
more about this channel.
I had 2 dogs
I'm
and yeah, they unfortunately passed away.
Although you can just call me
But
Slime.
we
I like
can't
Minecraft.
put that
Don't
burden on this
expect
chat.
much activity from me.
Let's
don't
move
have
on.
much
It
free
was
time.
ages ago. That's
I
in the
play on older
past.
versions of Minecraft because my PC can't handle newer versions.
This
That's
channel
the
seems to
sound
be a
of my
normal Let's Play from a casual Minecraft player.
It was like
as
a
he
year
mentions
ago?
not
Yeah,
having a
that's
lot
fair.
of free time on his hands, and also
Well-
being on an old rundown PC, not allowing him to play new
Yeah, move
versions of
on,
Minecraft.
yeah, unfortunately
but
it
with that out of the
happens.
way, there's nothing to do
It's just
except jump
natural in
into the
life.
first video,
It
titled,
happens.
Is This a Bug? The video starts with a casual introduction, where he talks about himself and mentions that he's on version 1.8.9. He also says that this video is over 2 hours long, but got
What can I
shortened
do
down to just
exactly?
2
What can
minutes
you
with
do?
the corruptions. After this, we finally see the first bit of gameplay, which features Slime just mining, before he remembers that if he got torches and goes back to grab them. But as he goes to mine wood for resources, his recording corrupts again, skipping to the point where he re-enters his house to craft torches. But while he's crafting them up, we can hear this. It sounds like someone is walking just outside his house, but he doesn't seem too phased, assuming it was some sort of bug. But almost immediately after, we then see this. Some sort of cave sound seems to play as we see some weird looking entity outside Slime's house. He questions whether it might just be a bugged zombie before blocking up his door, barricading himself inside. He heads back towards the window and the entity is still there, not moving.
Stayed up
a
till 3
single
AM last
inch.
night
That's
watching
when
you.
He decides to leave his
Honestly,
house and
I give you
approach it,
props.
being
I give you props for staying up that late for watching me. Like, that's awesome. But like, dude, I don't know. I can't stay up till 3 AM watching something. Like, I would fall asleep before 3 AM every time.
cautious as he approaches. But as he gets closer, this happens. His Minecraft freezes as this weird high-pitched ringing plays. Then it unfreezes as he takes damage, just to freeze again. Then it finally unfreezes for good, as we find out that he was killed by the entity. Then, finally, before the video ends, we hear the sound of a dirt block breaking. Then it cuts. There's a lot of content packed into this first video, so I'm going to try my best to cover it all, and I think it's obvious where we should start.
I watched
Who
you
is
all
this
day
entity
yesterday.
and where
Damn,
did it come
that's
from? We can
that's
make the assumption
dedication.
that it's
Like,
linked
that's
to the
dedication on a
corruptions
new
of Slime's
level.
game, but there's nothing to properly back it up yet.
That makes
But
me
where it
realize
came
how
from, however,
much
I have a
support
theory.
you guys
Throughout
actually
this
do.
video,
Like,
there were two
wow.
instances of blocks being randomly broken,
Staying up
which was
for, like,
seconds
from
before the
watching
entity
me
appeared,
that
and
late for
seconds
me?
after it left.
That's
This gives
crazy.
the impression that the entity might possibly
I'm
be
very
living underground,
appreciative of
having
that,
to
not
break
gonna
its
lie.
way in and out of the overworld. Another thing that happened around the same time.
You're
was
not the funniest viewer, bro. You're the
frequency
most
ringing, which
troll
seems to be
viewer.
reminiscent of another spectrogram.
I say
And
I'm your
no
most
matter how
dedicated
hard I
viewer. I
tried,
feel like
I
all of
couldn't
you are
decode
pretty
this.
dedicated.
Even between 7
The
different
fact you guys are
creators,
watching
we could not solve
me
this encrypted message.
watch
So if
AIGs
anyone
is
wants to
pretty
try and comment your
dedication. Pretty
observations,
dedicated.
Feel free. But with that out of the way,
But yeah.
let's move on to the second video on the channel. Hole. But before I move on, I just want to say, if you're enjoying the video so far, please consider subscribing, as it supports the channel and helps me to continue making these videos. Back to the video. The video starts with
It's
Slime in
showing
his
you.
house again, where we can
Yes,
see that he
I
managed to
know.
regain
I
his
was in
stuff
this
after
video,
the events
I
of last
know.
video. He immediately goes to check that the entity is gone.
I was
which,
there.
thankfully,
I made it to the
is.
fan
He
video.
heads outside and starts reinforcing his theory about the entity being
Yes,
a
I
bug,
know it
also
showed me. It's
mentioning
'cause
that
it's
he
in the
installed
group chat.
Optifine, which is an
Yeah.
optimization mod for the Forge versions of Minecraft. He
I
heads
don't know
back
if I
inside
did
to
voice
sleep and
lines to this.
skip
I
the
don't think
night
I did.
before
No, I
going
don't
back
think I did.
outside and heading towards the spot where the entity was. But when he gets there, we see a random hole in the
W.
floor right where it was standing. And as Slime heads towards it, we hear a weird cave sound again. He then drops a torch down the hole, which lets us see how deep the hole really goes, which is apparently bedrock level. The recording then seems to corrupt again, and when it comes back, we now see
Voice
that the hole
Finnett's
has
good
been covered
voice,
up.
yeah.
Then the video just ends. Nothing really
My
seems
boy
to have
Finn.
happened in this video.
I actually know
but I
Finn
do have a few
IRL,
questions. During the
guys.
beginning of the video,
We went to
when it was night,
a place.
there was
We got to a
absolutely no
pancake
mobs
place and got
outside, which
pancakes.
could mean the
Structured
world is in
pancakes.
peaceful
That's
mode,
what me and
which makes
Finn
everything
liked.
just a little bit more strange.
great.
Another thing we can notice is the earlier theory of the entity living underground is just starting to solidify even more, as this video revealed the tunnel leading all the way down to bedrock level, which is likely
Well,
where the
Juicy,
entity
you're gonna be doing
resides.
voice
But
lines
with
for
that
my
out of the
AOG
way,
if
we
I
can
need you as a
comfortably move on to the
character,
next
so.
video on the channel, titled
Because, you know what I want to do? Every person that I get to be a character in my AIG, I kind of want them to voice their own character, right? So that I don't want to. I'm gonna try and not use an AI voice as much as possible.
Sent. This video commences with Slime in his house once again, where he welcomes us to the video and says he wants to go in the hole. He smelts up iron to make a bucket so he can get down safely. He crafts the bucket and then heads towards the hole, breaking the sign and the blocks covering it before descending into the darkness. As he reaches the bottom, we hear another cave sound and see some
you're
kind
in
of big
bedrock.
open
Oh,
room
no.
with a yellow portal on one side and a 2x1
I'll be
tunnel
real.
on the other.
I have
He
like
heads
a whole server and stuff set up for Java. I mean, do you just not have Java, or you can't run Java? Because I could probably get you Java, but like
over to the tunnel and goes
you need
inside
to be on Java
before
for it to
immediately
work.
exiting and blocking it back up, writing a sign to tell the
You could
entity
just
to
swap
get
the
out of
Java,
his
Juicy,
world.
you know,
He
you
makes his
could
way
just
back
swap the
over to the
Java.
portal and stares at it for a while. Then he enters.
Oh, this is a cool part of Finn's video, by the way. I like this. I remember him sending me a snippet of this. What if you get a character and I voice over? Oh, okay. Yeah, I could do that. Wait, if you got Bedrock, you get Java for free as well? Wait, really? I thought you have to pay for both. Don't you have to pay for both? If you have to pay for Java, then we'll just do the... We'll just get a character first. Ah. Wait, what? I don't have a PC. Ah.
As soon as he enters, we can see
that
another
doesn't
weird
help.
entity hiding behind a tree.
You might need a
but
PC
it's not
for
the same one
to
from
on
before.
Java.
He walks
Alright.
over towards the entity where we see a sign reading, "I love playing with my friends. Do you like them?" Followed by the weird symbol that we saw in the email. Further off in the
yeah,
distance,
PC
there
broke.
seems to be a sort of house-like structure, and Slime starts running towards it. When he finally gets there, we see the same entity in the window of the house now, as it seems to have moved from its spot next to the tree. He enters the house, where we immediately hear another spectrogram-like audio, which translates to "Welcome to the Paradox," once again followed by the weird eye symbol. He also spots a chest inside the house, opening it to reveal a signed book holding multiple lines of Morse code, translating to "My limb."
Okay, no. So Juicy does have Java, like they just don't have a PC. Okay. Well, that makes sense. They can't really play Java unless you have a PC, so. Alright. Well, yeah, you can just do the voice.
Don't belong
That's
to me.
fine.
That's
That
obvious.
works.
You see that. You don't feel that. Slime closes the book and looks back towards the entity, but it seems to have mined out of the structure and left. But when he turns around to leave himself, we see the large silhouette figure, and the footage seems to corrupt as the video cuts. I think it's apparent now that this entity is directly linked to these corruptions, as they seem to always pop up at around the same time. For the other entity, however, it seems to have some sort of correlation to the eye symbol, similar to the one from the email. This is apparent through the constant usage of the symbol through its time talking to Slime. As for the Morse code, it seems like that book was written by the big lanky silhouette entity, as it talks about his limbs not belonging to him,
The big lanky
which would make
silhouette.
sense, as he seems to be almost deformed. The feeling of your limbs not belonging to you is typically a sign of body dysmorphia, which I assume is what the entity is trying to display through both its words and physical appearance. The last thing I can notice is that this video has subtitles on it, and when you open it, you can see the word heat scattered around the video at different timestamps. I'm unsure of the meaning, but hopefully that will be revealed in an upcoming video. But with all that out of the way, we can move on to the next video on the channel, which seems to be a two-parter, questions and answers. But before I move on to these videos, I wanted to check the community post this channel had made, and found some information I thought was very intriguing. The first one I found had been made right after the
Say hi to
second
my
video.
cat.
It reads,
What's up,
I've been
LG?
in my world like 2 hours since the last
LG the
video,
G.
and it still hasn't
Wait, is there an
appeared.
age requirement for your
I have
AG?
affectionately
No.
named that entity.
I'm not doing anything like weird like that. There's no age requirement for an AIG. Obviously, there might be like, you know, there might be mentions of death or something, or like stuff that might be graphical, but like it's not like I'm gonna say like, I meant because, you know, voice. Oh, well, how old are you? Like, what do you? If you sound squeakier than me, yeah, that might be a problem. But I doubt it. I doubt you sound squeakier than me. Ivana, you just putting ciphers in the chat?
Better. It was
Yeah,
a name that
if you're
came to
squeakier
my
than me,
mind
there
when I
might be a
was
problem.
writing
If
the
not,
sign for
you're
the hole
fine.
in
You're
the last
chilling.
video. I'm really
Depends
not
on
sure
the
if I should go
day.
down there.
In this post,
Okay.
Slime tells us that he nicknamed
You're
the
sick
silhouette
right now.
entity Mesor, which
You know
is
what?
how we're
I'll
going to
give
refer
you
to it for the
when
remainder
that
of the video.
I won't be able to get the ARG done for a bit, so you won't be needing the voice yet for like another week probably. So we'll see what happens on that
Talks
day.
about being
right?
skeptical of going
See what
down
happens
into the
on that day.
hole, which we now know he ended up doing anyways. The second community post was made right after the descent video. This one was much shorter, but just as interesting. It reads,
I deleted my world. I started a new one, and so far everything is normal.
Slime finally decided to delete his world, which hypothetically should solve everything, right? Well, maybe, but we honestly won't know until we check out the later videos on the channel. But for now, let's move on to questions and answers. Questions is pretty simple. He's just asking people to comment questions for a 100 sub special, so he can answer them all in the next video. The second part though, gives us a lot of context on Slime and his current situation. He says that he doesn't know much about PCs, which seems to make sense as his PC obviously isn't the best. He also mentions that the white entity seems to be more docile than Mesor, which was already pretty evident through that previous video. The question asked after this though changes
in between
a
deep
lot.
and high
It
pitch,
gets
well,
a
that's
question
okay. That's
asking about the
normal.
launcher he uses to play Minecraft, which is revealed to be Launcher Phoenix. I had never heard of this myself, and upon googling it, I found out it's a Spanish launcher for pirated versions of Minecraft, meaning Slime doesn't actually own the full game, but an illegitimate third-party copy. The rest of this video really doesn't seem to answer any relevant questions, so with that we can move on to the next video. Before even clicking on it, I can already see that this video is only 6 seconds long, with the title being in a weird Unicode font reading Attempt to Contact. Upon clicking the video, you can see a YouTube link flash for the first few frames, and when I visited it, it revealed an unlisted video with just the eye emoji
To be honest,
as the
we all had
title.
fake
The
Minecraft
entire
when we were
video
younger.
seems to be
Yeah.
a big spectrogram,
I didn't have
which,
fake
when
Minecraft
decoded,
though, like
translates to
that. I was playing online on Minecraft on the website, but I wasn't playing like, I wasn't downloading a fake launcher like that. I believe.
Followed by this weird eye emoji again. But before trying to understand what this means, I decided to check the comments, where I can see Slime commented that he
2D
did
one?
not
Really?
upload
A
this video,
2D one?
meaning
That's crazy.
someone else is inside his account. It's likely the person who hacked him is trying to send a message.
There's a
which is
Minecraft
evident by the
Terraria
description,
version?
reading message for Oliver. Oliver seems to be the person behind the Slime account, as he gets confused as to how people know his name in the comments. Now that we've figured this out, we can try and decipher the meaning behind this message. It seems like it's written by one of the entities, likely Mesor, as it talks about watching him and being called a glitch, both of which we have seen happen. He then addresses Slime by his real name, saying that he watches him between the holes and through the gaps before the video ends. We see Slime address the hacker in a brand new community post, saying,
Okay, we have a problem. It seems someone has managed to gain access to the channel. Maybe a hacker or something. They've uploaded 2 videos that for some reason I can't delete or edit. They've somehow managed to get my personal information, like my name. I don't know how they did it, but I've already changed my password to something completely different, so honestly I don't know what's happening with my world or my channel.
If we go back to the video we watched recently, we can remember that he uses some sort of illegitimate
Especially my cat
version
says
of
he likes the
Minecraft,
content.
which are
W
typically
cat.
super dodgy and hard to download.
W cat.
This could be
We
the
love
thing
the
that
cat.
led him to get
LG.
hacked, as this
That's
website
why
does
LG's the
look
goat.
super sketchy, especially since it's in Spanish.
LG
while Slime
low-key
speaks
goat.
almost perfect English. If we push past this though, we can move on to the next video on the channel, titled New Survival Series.
Or LG
The video
lovely
starts with
goat. I don't
Slime
know.
on the world's
But
page, where he
second
seems to have
G-
downloaded
the G
some
means
sort of
goat.
notepad
So we
app to
know.
talk to us. He talks about how he deleted his world and that he has some more free time now that exams are over. He proceeds to name the world and create it. But as he's loading in, we see some sort of weird pop-up during the world creation. It reads, spawning. followed by a loading bar. He seems to notice this too, because as soon as he loads in, he seems to shake his mouse frantically before looking around and then asking if we saw that, before proposing that it might have been Messor. After this, he swiftly leaves the world and deletes it.
Large guy.
Going on to create a new
True.
one.
I'll get a laptop.
But
Do you
he
think I
runs
should
into
buy?
the same
Dude,
spawning
get
thing
Java.
again,
If you're
and
gonna
seems
get
even more
Minecraft,
freaked
get
out this
Java.
time,
I
proceeding
will
to crash
stand
out
by
at
this
the entity.
forever.
He deletes the world again and creates a
Java,
new one. But the
you
same thing
can, like,
happens
look,
again.
I'm not saying
This
Bedrock
time accompanied
is
by a
bad,
loud cave sound as soon as he
but Java,
loads in, seemingly
you're going to
indicating
learn
that
more
Messor
things about
has
Minecraft on
arrived.
Java.
By this
It's
point,
just
he
very...
seems super fed up and just
There's a
stares
lot
at the
more
sun,
things to do on Java,
when
in my
randomly,
opinion.
his game seems to deep fry itself, and he freaks out but tries to play as normal. The video seems to corrupt.
It's up to
and
you
cut
what you
fully
enjoy though.
before
If
coming
you
back
prefer
to a shot
Bedrock,
of
you
Slime
get Bedrock,
staring
but
at Messor
Java is
as he's
probably a better
surrounded by
option.
the little white eye entities from before. The acronym TOS pops up in the middle of the screen, and he asks what Messor is, to which he
8 out
replies,
of 10 Bedrock, Java,
AI.
9.2
Messor
out of
then
10,
says,
yeah.
don't evade your
Bedrock's
punishment,
good for
Oliver,
multiplayer
before we hear
servers,
an
because
old
Java
Windows
servers
error
are kind of
sound
like
as the
on a
video
low right
ends.
now.
This video has a lot to unpack, but I think we should focus on decrypting the very end. The first acronym Messor said was TOS, which typically means Terms of Service, aka the things you agree to when purchasing a copy of Minecraft. Messor also reveals that he is an AI or a robot, something not controlled by a human but by artificial intelligence.
You could buy a
and
PC.
Last, he talked about a punishment and that Slime or
Well,
Oliver
if you could buy a
was invading.
PC,
And if we
I'd have
remember
to
the
say
previous
that,
video, Oliver admitted to using illegitimate
Well, if you
or
buy a
cracked version of
PC,
Minecraft,
you
violating
could be in the
Minecraft's
next
terms of
AOG,
service
because, I
in the
mean, I don't
process.
think you'll
This
be able to
same
get a
cracked
PC
version
before,
had also
like,
led
next
him
week.
to getting hacked as well.
But if you
My
are,
hypothesis is that Messor is sent as a way to
then you
punish
could be a
Oliver
character
for
in it,
breaking the
otherwise
terms
you
of
just voice
service
it,
and
and that's
downloading
it.
this illegal copy of Minecraft.
But yeah,
The
if you
evasion
save
that
up and get a
Messor talked
PC and
about
have
could be how
Java, I'm
Oliver
sure
keeps
I can
deleting
get
his
you to be
worlds
in an
after seeing the
AOG
spawning thing,
in the next
evading
one,
the wrath
and
that
actually
Messor
play it.
brings on his worlds. But now he's
But
going
don't
to
be
have to
forced
pay
to like
the
try and
ultimate
get
price.
save up or get
After
one
this
for me.
video,
Like, it's
we
fine.
never heard from Slime again, and what happened
There's
following
plenty
it,
of
we'll
times
never find
at
out.
$250
And that
right
is
now,
what
okay.
makes this entire series of videos so
Well,
unsettling
do
to
you
look
want a
back on.
PC?
There is no
Like,
final
don't buy
goodbye,
a PC
no
if you don't want it,
confirmation
though.
that everything
Like,
turned out fine.
if
and
you
no
want a
clear
PC,
resolution
then
to
save
what
up
we've
for it.
witnessed unfold.
It's like,
the channel
yeah,
simply
I don't
goes
want you to waste some
silent,
money on something
leaving
you
us
don't
to
want,
piece
like-
together the evidence ourselves and decide
Or
what
to
we
get it
really
just
think
'cause you
happened
wanna
with
do an
Slime
AOG.
or Oliver.
Okay, cool.
After his
And
final
just make
encounter
sure
with
you want a
Messor.
PC.
Looking back at how
And
this
then
all
save
began,
up.
it's honestly
miss
hard
Java.
to believe how small and
I don't
harmless it
blame
seemed
you.
at first.
I miss- you
A
know
single
what?
strange email from an unknown.
I miss playing on Java. Alright, like, nowadays, I barely actually play Minecraft itself because there's just nothing to do anymore. Like, obviously I do play Minecraft for videos, right? Like, I do video stuff. But, like, multiplayer servers, apart from Hypixel, and that's about it. Like, Java, it's not even the fact that it's dead, just no one wants to play multiplayer servers. Like, and all the multiplayer servers, the good ones, are gone. Like, why? Why did they have to remove that stuff? It's like, that's like all my childhood dreams were just crushed because they just got rid of all the servers. Like, remember Mineplex? Like, old Hypixel was good. Like, I can get a PC. Don't get a really low-end one, though. Because you still have to still have at least a little bit of FPS, you know, but...
Sender filled with odd symbolism and an audio file that made no sense.
I really
on
miss
its own.
playing on Java
At the time,
and having
it was
fun,
easy to just brush it off as a prank or an attempt at getting attention.
Maybe
but
one day it
that
will come
email
back.
ended up being the
Maybe
start
someday
of
there'll be some
everything
good
that followed.
servers and
The
stuff that come
spectrogram
back,
hidden
but
inside that
for
audio
now,
was not just a puzzle.
can't
It was an
even say.
invitation, or maybe a warning, leading directly to the Slime Bro channel. At first glance, the channel looked normal. Nothing about it stood out until you actually watched the videos. The corruptions, the missing footage, and the unexplained sounds immediately set it apart from an average gameplay channel. From the very first video, it was clear that something was interfering with Slime's world in a
What
way
would
that
you
could not be
recommend?
easily explained by bugs or bad hardware. The introduction
Oh,
of the
Minecraft
entity
represents
outside his
Minecraft,
house was the
exactly.
first major red flag. It did
Bro,
not behave like any
anything but before around 1.12 and below, those were good. Oh, bro said 6.7, no way. Anything below that, or like 1.12 and below, was so good. Those were the days. And as soon as it got up there, as soon as everything just crumbled. All these new servers tried changing the new things and everything, and all the survival game servers got dead and everything. Like, yeah, it just went on a downfall. Chickadees. Oh my god, chickadees. Leland 2. Guess who shows up?
Known Minecraft
Good old
mod,
Leland.
and its appearance aligned perfectly with freezes, high-pitched ringing, and corrupted footage. Slime tried to rationalize it, assuming it was just another glitch, but the entity's persistence made that explanation harder to believe. It did not wander, despawn, or attack in a normal way. It simply watched, unmoving, until the game itself seemed to break around it. As the series continued, the underground motive became impossible to ignore. Blocks breaking beneath Slime's feet, the massive hole leading straight to bedrock, and the repeated cave sounds all pointed to something living below the world. Something that did not spawn
Is this the
naturally.
Investigates
This
video? It
theory
sure
only
is.
became stronger when
It sure
Slime
is.
descended into the hole himself. What he found at the bottom was not just another cave, but a man-made space complete with a portal, tunnels, and messages clearly meant to be read. The portal sequence changed the tone of this series entirely. The appearance of the white eye entities, the repeated symbols from the original email, and the spectrogram message welcoming Slime to the paradox all suggested intelligence and intent. This was no longer a passive observer or a random corruption. Whatever was behind this wanted to communicate. The signed book containing Morse code was especially disturbing, as it introduced themes of loss, body dysmorphia, and identity, ideas that directly mirrored the warped appearance of Mesor itself. Then came the moment where everything crossed from unsettling to genuinely disturbing. Slime's real name was revealed. The hacked video uploaded without his consent confirmed that the entity was no longer confined to the Minecraft world. It knew who he was.
Give it a ranking.
Knew how to reach him,
And
and
I
it
guess
wanted
we'll have
him
to
to know
continue tomorrow.
that
Hopefully
he was
I'll wake
being
up earlier
watched.
tomorrow
The
morning.
message hidden in the spectrogram made this very
and
clear.
we'll be
This
able
was
to do
not
more.
just
I
about
don't
a
know.
game
It doesn't
anymore.
really matter though,
This
to be fair.
was personal. The discovery that Slime was using a cracked Minecraft launcher reframes
I'm
the
not a
entire
melon man.
narrative.
Actually, your
It
name is
explains how
Leland
his
too,
account
it
could have
says
been
here.
compromised,
Doesn't
but
say
it
you're a
also
melon.
provides a motive for Mesor's actions. When Mesor finally speaks directly, it identifies itself as an AI, and references punishments and terms of service. These details are not subtle. They suggest that Mesor exists as a kind of enforcer, something designed to exist within code and punish those who break the rules. The repeated spawning messages when Slime tries to create new worlds show that escape was never an option. Deleting the world did not solve the problem. Starting over did not help.
Oh yeah, right.
Mesor followed
you're on the
him
wrong
every
account, bro.
time, appearing faster and more aggressively with each attempt. By the final video, Slime is
funny
no
to
longer
meet Mel.
curious or analytical. He is exhausted, frustrated, and afraid. When Mesor tells him not to evade his punishment, it feels like the conclusion of a sentence that began the moment he downloaded that illegitimate copy of the game, and then it ends. No updates, no explanations, no confirmation that Oliver was ever able to regain control of his channel or his account. Whether Mesor is meant to be taken as a literal AI punishment system or something more
wants
abstract
a
is
cat
entirely
whisker?
left up to interpretation. But
I
one
already got
thing
plenty
is
of
clear.
those.
This story was never about a haunted Minecraft world. It was about breaking rules, ignoring warnings, and discovering too late that some systems do not allow you to walk away once you've crossed a certain line.
W! Alright. Slime bro, more like slime bro. Stop putting jump scares into videos. Alright. What would you rank that Finn Investigate video? Because I'm not gonna be too harsh, because again, like, dude, for like a solid A, yeah, all right. I would say it's below that. S, okay, F. I wonder why I say F. Okay, hold on. Let me check something real quick. Alright. Hold up. Hunger Game. Yeah, Hunger Games. Hating is all I have. True. That's all you do. Hating is all he has. I'll look into Java and Barrett because you're able to both play together. Oh no, that'd be too hard. Yes, Hunger Games, bro. Yes, Hunger Games. If you remember Hunger Games, that's what I grew up on. But yeah, There's no server to play that anymore. Except my one, which you actually can play hunky games. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna go on it real quick. Give me a second. Give me a sec. I don't know if it's up right now, but let's see. I think it is. Bro, it's still original. Bro, what? There's not even a single good survival game server out there still. I don't know why. Was it mcwarriors.net? Ah, whoops, no. mc-warriors.net. What? Where's the IP? What's that? Wait, what is it? No way to servers offline, right? What? The server is offline. No. Bro, we have this one. Can we play a quick game? I would. Nah, I don't think there's a port. Bro, dude, I used to play this. This was really fun, but... Are you kidding, bro? The server's offline. Why? I think it's completely gone now. What? That's unfortunate. What's weird though is it says the server is online. It says it's online. That's weird. Well, I guess that will be it. If the server was online, I would have played a quick game, but yeah. You know the Hive? Oh, bro, don't get me on that. Dude, of course I know the Hive. I missed that too, bro. Why? Why all the servers? Don't even mention that the Hive is on Bedrock, because I know it's on Bedrock, okay? It's so stupid, though. Okay? Like, why? Why is it not on Java? Why is Hive not on Java? And if he took down your server and now it long exists. Thank you, Lyle. A server that doesn't exist. Oh, it's back. It just had a moment. Is it back? I think it just had a moment. It should be back though, but that's weird. Anyway. I mean, I was gonna end it anyway. But yes, thank you all for watching the stream. Yeah, we will finish ranking the rest of these ARGs tomorrow morning. But yeah, I was really hoping we could play an SG game, but unfortunately none of the servers are up. There is actually one. Wait, which server was it at? Was it on CubeCraft? I don't know. Oh, Complex. Is it this one? Okay, if you guys actually get on, we might be able to play. I think this still has a survival games, but I don't know how many people. Oh, I just crashed. I just crashed it? Are you kidding? Hang on, wait, let me see if this works. If so, can you react to a more pars video real quick? Who the heck is more pars? Alright, let me... More pars? Ah, an Australian YouTuber? Okay. The toad that broke Australia. I think this video is pretty good. Alright, maybe we might... I think we could say that till next time. I don't know. Like, multiplayer, complex gaming. This is what having a Mac is like. No. All hell shines. He kind of swears. Okay. I don't know if YouTube is going to punish me for that one, but... Yeah, if you go here and go to survival games or Hunger Games, you can join a queue. There's 5 people playing. You have to be on 1.8 though. If you guys be quick, or one of these play, honestly, I'll play a game. If I do this, can you guys see? Hopefully you guys can see. What's the IP? Let me check. I don't know. Look up Complex Gaming IP. Is that what the IP is? Hub.mc-com? I don't know. I think it's mc-complex.com. I don't know. Let me try that. mc-complex.com. Is that it? Don't know. You're gonna have to look that up. I have no idea. It's not letting me check it out. But there is currently 4 people in the queue. I think it starts with like 6 players. I don't know. Surely we don't have to get all 12, right? That's gonna take ages. I don't think this is Bedrock, but you can try. I don't know if there's a Bedrock port. But I used to play this. This is the only server that has like Hunger Games that is actually like got someone playing. Play Hunger Games. Whoops. Play Hunger Games. Look, we got 6 people. Come on. Please work. Please work. Please work. Oh my god, H-Dog Hawk is in. Let's go. Oh, we need 12 people. Are you kidding? Someone find the IP. You're gonna... what? You could just search it up, but I guess, yeah. I don't know if there's a Bedrock port. I don't think it's gonna start if you get... unless you get 12 people. Queue for Hunger Game. Hey, let's go. Queue for Hunger Games, please. We just need 4 people, please. Please. Guys, if any of you on the stream have Java, please join Hunger Games. We just need 4 people, please. Why is this? Oh, 6 people now. Someone left. Are you kidding, man? They don't want to wait. I don't think we're able to get Hunger Games, bro. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm not gonna lie to you. I don't think we're getting Hunger Games. That is unfortunate. Well, you stink. Ah, okay. Thanks, Leon. Wow. It's 7 AM and I'm grounded. Oh, rip. That's gotta suck. No. I don't think anyone's playing Hunger Games. We need 12 people. We have 14 people to chat, but I don't think 12 are gonna join. I don't know how to join Hunger Games. Oh. You go here. You click the mini games here, and you go to Hunger Games, and you click the bow, and then you're in a queue. I don't know why they don't make it easier to join Hunger Games. I'm gonna be real with you. It's like they don't care about it, but you know what? Fair enough. But there's 7 people in the queue. We need 5 people for it to start. Why can't it just start with like 6 players, man? Hey, that's 8. Come on. 4 more. 4 more people, please. Think I know Bedrock server Hunger Games, really? What server's that? It needs to be active though, like. Ah, Fatty Patty left. You kidding? Oh, he's back. Never mind. I don't... 4 people, bro. We need 4 people. How is this gonna happen? Oh. We need 3 people. 3 people. I'm checking. Alright. To be fair, if there's 3 more people join this server... 3 more people for Hunger Games. Why do ladders never work on these servers? I don't know. I feel like ladders just stop working after 1.8. What do you mean watch the caps? I can't do caps at all. Let's go! Jammy Bird joined. 2 more people for Hunger Games. Come on. Yeah! 1 more person! Please! Just do it! Just start! What? 1 more person for Hunger Games. Do it. Come on. 1 person is all that matters. 1 person. Hey, doch, and ban him. That's crazy. Come on, one more person. Queue up. Yeah. One more person for Hunger Games. Please. I'll play one game of it and then I'm done. Yes! Alright. Well, click yes, by the way. And click... Go Dry Bone Valley. Make sure to click yes and ready up, okay? Alright. This server is not that great for Hunger Games, but it's the only one I know that has people somehow still trying to play the game. So, you know what? The best we're gonna get is a ranked person playing. What? You must be running 1.16 or above? What? Are you kidding? Where does it say that? It doesn't say anywhere that you have to do that. It says we have to be on a higher version. But it never said anything about that. Alright, well, we're done. This server buns. And I'm leaving. Alright. Server buns. I will watch more parts tomorrow. When we do another stream. No way Spifey bloody uploaded. Fucking Spifey. What else do you play? Apart from the Hunger Games. And Hypixel. That's about it for Minecraft. I don't have anything else for Minecraft, but... What's up, outdated? Peak? It is peak until it stopped working. Alright. Thank you guys for watching this stream. I appreciate it. I'm actually going to go now and have lunch and that. So yeah. Thank you guys for watching. I will see you guys tomorrow morning for day 7 of live streaming till I hit 30,000 subscribers. Catch y'all later. Peace.